Obenya can you end the sufferings.
Sure, yeah.
But and then also not just catching the same religion or mention say why a bunny to take your own life.
To go be a man for pin neck cano a bad day. But in reality, and
it is the reality.
Yes.
In reality, it is the reality.
Nobody
be a binye.
It's just the answer is candy can taking your own life.
The because we are Bonibia. You also above you are no watch. They got the money being also
or record
lack of appreciation. No, I take it. But people are feeling the reality of no money be here and no money being here.
Yes. Osei Kanu no money be here now. Another form of wakwa sorry them. Na wabunku to be a wakotna altar nanim. So what I say, anabia we kremoni o bompaye wo ya sorry a say they are wo they adisre dey bi betu onyankopon anim.
Sure yeah.
Nti another form ye Kanu no mani bi a eti say de wo wakobunku to bi o altar anim a ebi aware na wo pe ebi akwantu na wo pe ebi adwuma na wo pe wo de tu nyame anim. So what I say,
wo ni bakura okubuza nkutudwe no wonkwa.
Yes.
Nkwane ye. Adekro na uhia no, uhia nti was aspect na enye
absolutely. Ene wakobunku tudwa wo de wade sere do etu nyame animi. So enti no money be here is broad. It's broad. But
I won't grab at me but the fans are going to
be cause happy ma ko.
But mo amuso my imagine say me kan okra mo cause one kan za. All right. Enzambe bre na see in that long weekend, no. The Ghana in Premier League season here over. Nemo Maka just one game, not the entire season, no. I over. Our top flight anymore. And that is the MTN FA Cup final. And Robert Cost Nyami Adma Kwesiada, our the University of Ghana Stadium, I will Legon. Enti Asante Kotoko, our chances there omit to me in this season with at least a trophy. But then golden kick, our Division 1. I kick it out the likes of Accra Hearts of Oak. And then I tram the visa money at the end where you my film tea. Almost so in fact finally the underrated team yeah. Finally under City Munyams Malusu to Wigan where FA Cup final pay. Okay, Portsmouth. Sule Muntari Mune Kevin Prince Boat Mini Wanku Kanu. Aha, almost sa click no magic. Almost Chelsea, almost will be a
which one?
Portsmouth there no.
You
know,
Sulemu time. Hey, I think they beat Chelsea.
Almost a man.
So far, I know Prince Boateng prayer in Balak no. I went to me uncle 2010 World Cup no.
Yes. I think I know.
Yeah, you could shame Sami Kadira. Could shame
Kadira now. My friend Besha nine. Yeah.
Hey, KP.
Was it Odru Germany? Immigration officer and a passport or who Kevin Prince was to from cry. He became a national enemy to the state.
Yeah.
State enemy. What just here?
Man father say football.
David. Hey, the captain Michael Ballack. Senior 2010 no. So we team share Chelsea. Players out you know you dika Ballack. Yeah. United year share Chelsea Ballack pe and an misrule.
Who's a box to box?
Drogba who's a Drogba no team United. Drogba in all is 2 goals. I think 2 goals. Back in the FA Cup final, Omudi be a Wembley, I don't know. And then Osan Koba, you know, 1-1, Vanguard time, Van Persie, Tika late, no. I think that those are to Drogba the name is but Ballack, not even Lampard, Ballack. Oh, very good. Ballack Juni Bobo.
Ballack was almost everywhere on the pitch.
Hey, he was a box to box.
Almost everywhere.
Then the Chelsea never had any more there.
Then Ballack no BBB.
Oh, that time near the former names.
On pass, on short ball, on tackle.
Yes.
Complete machine.
No, you see, you look at that Chelsea team from right, from left. We got right. Ivanovic more the ball back.
Hey,
what you say? Ivanovic comes to the tackle on Mario. Anna
Ivanovic there.
No, 2000 and.
That time no.
No, Ivanovic
7-8
later.
7-8. Now right back here one Bosingwa.
Yes.
Before Bosingwa, Karamubia, and then left back Ashley Cole. Uba central defense wa. John Terry Muni she confirm for ACN why Lampard. Chelsea where that's Maluda.
Makelele no ko impua SNK week na ACN be.
ACN be share or die.
Hey. Abramovich wa hamu
kura Chelsea that
isi
time.
enzo no bunu ya no mfifi
Abramovich wa hamu pa na dream be no kodi ya ma UK fu itu no so ya
oh me dem hu ni say your time
wakoto ntima ma ngrofo ya ezo omo say man for 20 years and 30 years
na sem kese ni nyina atwa ko wie say Russia ni Ukraine tokoi and omo say we Putin boy.
No, I say there are enough evidence to prove, say, of financing some of the activities of Russia,
and they couldn't show
and
it.
or connections with Putin.
And almost the Omano Nekaiba they could not prove it.
When the West is fighting Russia, it is only fair, say, Adiebiane Timima Putin is stronger than some Kate at the crow. And Putin was declared an enemy to the Western world. Again, say we first carefully on more economy.
they are
support it. In a way, the economy is supporting your activities.
yeah
And in this team near Beja Frunsem, but on team no.
tell na be ya team no profit bi ama won
And that side no support to any activity for.
I say team crying there no man shed am na Tony papa bia I say for kuntu kwa
but no crap and say
all this kind of
no crap and says I'm here as a competition the moon said and kuntan bia because these days we share leaks no teams they be modern boy o de vis-a-vis those days will be modern boy na dimpo so bit manya 90 points na kasi Chelsea bit me dominate pa because I'm sure senka all these big players in Yan Kazam more Chelsea. Coaches are playing in our Chelsea.
In England for us my yekin. Mo de manu na kan se mo evidence say of finance Putin activities. Okay. Where was it? Until you say England for at a point omo tata no come so declare the source of income. And Tukasa at the point he was basically running Chelsea from Israel. No intimate na England.
No Israel, yeah.
And now we better to. So if they really had something concrete, empirical evidence,
those things no, it's not for the public. The only thing there for the public. And they say, Odim said there were evidences say there are some agency fees and I said Chelsea to have for agents. And I'm saying Chelsea the
was it anyway? I think Chelsea had a ban.
No, I thought Bolly Mobile no mumbe reveal say because no person much free and say there are evidences of more better and evidence of more better Chelsea. There were some agents or more agency fee I said Chelsea to a moment. A man for Chelsea account and to ya. Abramovich to the street, which means no OPT financial fair play. No.
They said the clubs no more yeah.
Who could to every account no more. A bit affected Chelsea spending some way. In the out of book. And we treat you as hard and the Todd Bolly mum can report to my UEFA.
Now him said Todd Bolly na Ankasa Krano. Or also so behind they've created companies in America as a way to beat the financial fair play rule. Who guys at the point you see a told Chelsea Martin no just to raise I think a percentage just to raise revenue. Ubeku komuna no mo share company national or more. And when almost it got to a point so financial fair play rule ni buy no. So why you say no money bia you can't stay.
City you sweet hard. Omo amada company back so they
PSG fui cry the bisa charges ni bia pimpim wa. The clubs they beat the system all the time. Inter for the last time make omo new owners they were even accused of same issues. Clubs ni yeah.
Which I'm running as a quiet down one. And internet nipa rational. Obabo kwato me say opa kofi baby a church or don urinate here fine 50 Ghana. And Chelsea enyon so ho. E just of 50 Ghana ultimately.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Enti Sam rana abeche no. Am for be ponche kwato. And untina UEFA go to review. The Chelsea was ka. And also was spend bro ne income so a watomra na be ne as me final na nipa no uska o go final na anytime UEFA acco strict say this time you will be taken away from the competition corona opens was spending now but opens was spending now be Champions League to qualify Champions League yama omo so there is no need to be spending in order to get the Champions League and yes idea PSG CK kura mo no so a breach financial fair play now so be final now finding the $17 million. one hot inside left corner the beast can the amount.
But you next 5 years, dear boom.
Aha, we bet my can say Jenny Mebrichi. Me what JTS guy be adam no school to say chame me school was a chame yare. When the dad yet on my school. Nti any sika ni jeto because next year you be preaching.
Anyway, mama me heard you never say spending enough go via about but you're spending enough time share in league, you know. See a league na baby, yeah.
But when we see Ronaldo fans no new benya problem. O de me Nations League no kakra. Yeah, wo de yenka say abo Ronaldo abaso. Wa wi yo mbeka say Scandi wa Argentina because of Messi. Me so me pe Messi asem. Inti Ronaldo. Oh yeah, me I believe say me cry dey and we make say we asiba yin nyina on any footballer. My friend many ajipa.
Okay.
You are when you are.
He said me dimpo wato.
Footballer only born no pa.
So, nti area omuni e benya problem.
Obazo Ronaldo abaso.
Aye.
But be the player ambassador born abaso Nuno Mendes.
Okay.
The Nuno Mendes me player. Nuno Mendes.
Left back. PSG left back.
PSG left back. Say a Kanu cry afi Ballon d'Or no bi ampre.
Hey, munya butiro.
Yes, ye dinokre ye adwuma. Na you said the no judge with season under review no. Because back we has a calendar year na.
No, say the season under review.
Very good.
It's no more calendar year.
There is no way Ubetimabo player be me feel say we impacting the team. I win trophies. I book good football personally. I deliver. I tell Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes.
Then you have Vitinha.
PSG team now is not their best player. Vitinha bought this
Vitinha.
Vitinha no won't mean Retino.
High.
So higher than Nuno Mendes, no. But no credit say Nuno Mendes Juma in this season. In the Champions League against Salah. 2 legs. 2 legs ni na Anfield any Paris. Ni na Salah so.
Okay. We are making a case for Vitinha.
Against a for never saying. Arsenal, sorry, and Arsenal, Munya Ifo. Arsenal for Nampamcho. Against Arsenal, Bukayo Saka, 2 legs. Even though she go, but 2 legs were effective. Lami Yama, Emra, Nuno Mendes, or the ball, or to me, training in like. With the ease that they handle these wingers, our Champions League, no, any Nations League, no, senior. Boy, no dear, mama, in Chabibia, so now Fiji and Famano.
Nyadi Onyandes.
But Mufamano, because you're offensive player.
You're born about Scandi, why are
they?
Nemo Portugal
in the semi-final. On the assist, Ronaldo winning goal. No. In the final, he scored. Even the second goal, no crano. And look at the way I handle Lami Yama throughout the entire game. 90 minutes.
Pre-assist.
Nuno Mendes.
It takes more than that to win the Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or, senior. And yeah, good years out. Ronaldo
Abaso. Now, if he okay, Vitinha opening. See a cat. Say most of the times, yeah, Itaka say you can engine room of a football team. It is the midfield. So midfield in ya. It doesn't matter how strong our defense and how solid our attack you are dead, because midfield need to connect the defensive department and the attacking department.
Yeah,
and that is where Vitinha comes to the party. To control everything. Vitinha bona obono.
I mean, I'm sorry. Midfielder. You know, say midfield biano. Say no kind of engine. Parts bebre na kaboom. Na engine then aye juma. Meboa. So we are talking of a midfielder. Vitinha. João Neves Anambwa.
Aye.
Me can't be PSG.
Aye. And then Fabian Ruiz.
And Ruiz. Spain for instance that I'm pronouncing the F until Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz.
Okay.
Bruno Fernandes back in Kansas. At the end, actually say Bruno Fernandes.
And Vitinha he's been the best midfielder in Europe this season. You get it. But no credit say midfield no a engineer we born there. carburetor they trim we na engine na the aspect. So usually people argue say amount for complementing Vitinha. What you say? Because those days you can say you can't holding midfielder. Hey, Michael is here grow. Hey, what is it? Okay, Gravenberg, Thomas Gravenberg, Madrid from Everton to Denmark. So, inti midfield yes, yeah, who support the brave. But share Nuno Mendes argument na me as an individual was top wingers, the best wingers was as so at the moment. Or me and saying you know stop you.
And in doing so at PSG.
With no support from Obia, one-on-one.
No, entirely so.
Thomas Gravison, yeah, Gravison.
Entirely so.
Gravison, Thomas Gravison.
At PSG, on say almost center back no, William Pacho and Marquinhos, right? And I'm telling you, say Nuno Mendes, kone nimua. Cover unya from either William Pacho or Marquinhos. Because these guys were complimenting him.
Why not cover them?
Oh, me who baby say one of the goals as speech far side what they buy.
So we got train and I was a mistake and
then he actually they are saying carbon into me for
spelling the mistake out near who na argue because me the can say or no say who could tack you be who number 3 who could tack number 11 now only know what you what they call obian to me and Junam Van Ko wingers me and say was as so me papa Salah Saka Lamine Yamal obi si entwa mbomu Ibrahim Mbomu answer. So all these 3 wingers he dealt with them with ease and no Lamine Yamal no atimi bo no asan ko twen Yamal.
You see,
and no boy or the go you say senior Mumfa Ballon d'Or.
Boy, a good player, but I think say you overhype.
Nuno Mendes.
Why are they? Me cry the make us why are they?
Unim, spell out what the BIA can. Oh here say those academy graduates now. Ruben Amorim co-promote you from sporting team in India. From sporting, no man is an opportunity. No. And San Opemi fullbacks, no. Young athletic fullbacks with intensity of attacking. But Kanu may say, I say, sir, ball number 6 for no ball. No. Kakra one here because say any relevant in football because of 4-3-3 gaining a lot of momentum. Only them who physically built players are all ball with aggression.
Yeah.
But what we have come to realize of this Manchester City team, any speed team, no, because of Rodri. Any idea Vitinha I this season I'm here no. It is all number 6 in your papa until mobile CC. So number 6 in your papa until mobile your results. And boy no performance, Vitinha performance from PSG. Any Portugal team no. Kanu I'm not sure. I didn't hear who Rodri hono. Any they know the man the national team any club no. I think that Seminsuro Kura make I say Vitinha I better this season. And while show money Inter Milan. Second goal no win. He called for the ball. On my pass no waje, on my pass no waje sa treta kosi so boss a pass no mo koche. Ofre ball no. Or the ball no man no afre sa fama no. No afre no the ball no man no afre no ball pass no to mu a he ko fa ball no bo share. So clearly he is one that is driving the team. Though wingers no ho or more strength. And ade ba ko say boa Nuno Mendes ko say wingers na won anim nintino. He doesn't have to do a lot of work with running.
But he does. He scores
running.
He wins balls. Yeah, you know. Just say
scores he to was in a goes no do say
Champions League semi-final was ever to you Aston Villa or Refiana.
No problem.
But big stage. Can big stage.
Yeah, you know.
Also important goals.
What Kofi was addressing. Wouldn't say those were the days are near Chelsea this is here. Sabra no Chelsea attacking player. Now the ball no kwa ye je kura pa ejina o men nantema ne nantebra o my ecclesia money you mun ejina wachi o say ba wachi so ba heading. So the kind of cover onina for Ruben Dias mo no a man a lot of adwuma manenye that is what me handle obi because so ma yami space
Senior,
o ma sala space
some more kind of so a e be kan say Vitinha so nkofo mi no gina ne nche no so na adwuma no ma no so wogia no apia kwa ni mo
nkofo mi no ona ojebo
ona ma isi nkofo mi no kra no ona ma omo like omo ho aye hu
say no say make no I was only creating a scenario but man si supi say
okay
Vitinha effective because of the two players around him.
Okay.
You get it? But we wait me argue that line which nipa right. Wrong. But me in the case of media no there. More trust me bully me say.
No,
them just say Kofi can the same thing. Kofi can the same thing say. Or cover. And I so make say he doesn't even give work to the backups. No, the 4 and 5 no more bet me akoba no. Or more do man you. Because why excellent in defending we make sure say or be defending at the right time or be attacking at the right time or attacking so and so ban for so.
Eye pass say o kan no Mendes as me. On everything you know, almost the same club and on board the same national team. Let me tell you, when it comes to national team, Portugal can do without Nuno Mendes, but they cannot do without Vitinha in the midfield.
They can do without Vitinha.
PSG
with Bruno Fernandes.
PSG team there,
Ruben Neves no one.
Joao Neves, they can play.
Oh, I go no be say last penalty. They no ball Wolves. Ruben Neves. Oh, munyanya omuro na abi no.
Debi.
Vitinha will play better because of age. But no credit say
even the PSG team no, they can do without Nuno Mendes, but Vitinha no way.
Nuno Mendes now no community final and play.
No.
Okay. Munzanteni ye.
Okay, they go 2002
UEFA Euro Nations League final man of the match. After 9 games, omo boy almost aje no. Player of the tournament, Nuno Mendes. Me say, o man fa Ballon d'Or man o mawia no.
Yeah, Banco 2002 World Cup na.
Yeah.
So okay, best player of the tournament.
Oh, family call.
And Ballon d'Or.
I didn't cry said I'm
2002 World Cup.
Come see how.
You best player of the tournament.
Oya captain Marcel Chelsea mo ni.
Osano beto
no.
Odru podium ha e
ho player kono sa. Di na fere no akoto ama no.
2002 World Cup. Player of the tournament.
Oliver Kahn.
Ballon d'Or one is
Ronaldo. Because Ronaldo ball our born club side no there na more than I can't say. No, the World Cup no there. Yes. But Obi on the 2002 no team Madrid na
2002
and Inter
Ronaldo
team no DJ no. Like Maza baller
2003. And on Besham Man U Old Trafford no.
Aye. That be Old Trafford so 4.
Sorry, almost Man U 3-0 ha. And I winning
4-3 yeah. Okay, enough. Kofi we say Aburo Ronaldo abaso waje. Say the man for can say before Messi ball for Argentina no. No magic cap bebre oba miensa no beji so. Ronaldo so buy no na Portugal. Qualification to major tournaments but no problem. But Omako tournaments na Abu Bobia waje 3 trophies. Another man mai.
Oko kasaba ubema Messi ade ne we mu na PCC ayo 2 of the trophies no mu ka ho asem no a friend international break here dey friendly matches and UEFA okay try na enye nika kakra any the Nations League into international friendly matches ayaka bomu
no
any the trophy so
no I competitive
the 2 of them
I competitive
anywhere
de la crème more Europe next year Portugal Germany England Spain one
I will take you out but same people who want to celebrate this trophy are same people who try to somehow once upon a time radical Copa America the Copa America the trophy yes but
with all respect to Omo say you Omo the continent flagship tournament there I mean obia but was an argument
but Nations League as can you
am I war South America in 10 into dey bia Omo be organize tournament normal to free abontin so for 2 bi one Ghana kwada kwet why is Copa America
na enye custom of the tournament no be 4 tournaments be normally teams about
sure. It's major I mean mobia
yeah Nations League
ko kan AFCON dia inko mother power
Nations League be major na European Championship nso ayede
I don't see a major trophy
Nations League there.
Nations League in major trophy.
Nations
Manya say
League,
Ronaldo
yeah,
aji 20 year.
But Nations League there, if you back threat, to say why assist to a World Cup. World Cup semi.
Na yeka
And there's our rooms before Copa.
Omoka Ronaldo asin class ye the 2022 World Cup nunko esi ho. Ni yefa the European Championship and the 2 UEFA Nations League no ni yeka ni nyina buma. Menya sure say a bit me amachi the World Cup.
The World Cup
is
the
ultimate.
World Cup
World Cup the ultimate. World Cup there.
Who the same the European Championship na nations no me no. Competing the World Cup trophy.
There be no can be World Cup semi-final. I'm not trying to be mischievous, but with himself for the records. If you person this argument now,
Senior young argue. Yeah, argue.
Let me say yeah, Ronaldo as him. For Portugal to reach this level, said Enra yon ebi a won tenase when no tinisu. Ubebu sa say na Nations League keke na Ronaldo 18 hunisu Portugal winning or tinisu, but the passion and the drive in him to win and ever very more important to him. The passion and drive no one into Diogo Dalot say I think say he was just exaggerating trying to get the cameras. Wow, here ni biano. Throughout the shootout, Ronaldo in China.
Hey, but Ronaldo boy power.
I understand.
We are very close.
It is Messi ne Rodrigo Di Paul no. Or no, Rodrigo Di Paul na Messi bo Copa America no. Onya injury final no. Once was switchy play eba side na Messi wo bench no. O ha no wa chia na kwa no obusa nzo you okay. Bo no obo no. Until for Ronaldo to get to this level, no doubt, and the level of personality, inspiration, and after the game, no. So who Lami Yama, Nico Williams, even Bakola. Yes, Bradley Bakola. These are players are clearly what team say Ronaldo Yomo do.
Bakola, France, you know.
France, you know.
No, Hobby.
No, to tweet about him.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And just get the legend. Actually, how we inspire or to be footballers. I'm not saying that Messi inspire will be but the Ronaldo story no quite different one. Me who say pure talent, Messi, hard work to defy the odds. Ronaldo, Messi didn't pure talent or touch one who say idea the channel, but Ronaldo used hard work to defy our odds no, and that is why you admire his personality. But no, clearly say one day, you hear Ronaldo in a can't say maybe. The stars are not good for him. That is why he's now chasing personal glory. To make sure so Benyan 1,000 goals. Says when 938, 938. Because Kanu, for the next 3 generations, 30 years to come, and could have a ball. Near better see a full be Ronaldo. Yes, so the ball part to the extent at a point. Now the argument is that he's better than Messi. Only himself for the record of the World Cup. Ronaldo and share go knockout phase in the Dow. He goes in group stages. Knockout phase one share single goal from 5 World Cups or about 2006, 2010, 14, 18, 22. No single goal in the knockout phase. You name say said the care bro no when the boys are separated from the men. Tournament be a and we believe that it gets harder. And the top scorer of Abia all time at that time Ebeka no wasemo. And Tima she goes at the knockout phase. Your group stages and no goes away. And as it stands, Ronaldo goes at the World Cup, I think 7. But meeting you'll be there around 7. And then I may say that he starts and it is not good for him for the future. Yeah, when you know. And you the kind of personality.
Yeah, the Ballon d'Or says, the Champions League the way World Cup semi-final. You can say knockout goal.
You see, now Messi about World Cup final. I lose you in extra time.
Yeah.
But when you talk about his greatness, I'm going to winning World Cup and answer.
Best player of the tournament.
2014 was the best player of the tournament. He played in the final and lost to extra time goal. By a kind of greatness, almost one team about club football and go my friend who the greatest of all time. Go and win the World Cup.
No, they wanted him to win an international trophy.
But international trophy go winning Copa America. Almost say no, Copa America is not enough.
I mean, Kai's argument, but the international trophy. No, man for the channel. That was after Ronaldo no aji 2016.
Or 2016 even when Messi won the Copa America. People say you cannot equate the Copa America to even Euro, and I'm more great. Or the finalissima also. And then went ahead to win the World Cup, came back to win another Copa America. The great now near Kanwa. You say argument in the sign. So now so we need World Cup now because Pele J3.
But yeah, generation
will make you the greatest of all time.
Yeah, generation to settle for one. The next generation. Omba no ma be doing what in
Then no be bias because
on my YouTube.
On my heavy no be bias.
Ronaldo goes at the World Cup near 8.
Okay, thank you.
All right, tell me try Rana. Then tell him Rana.
Ronaldo eni GIA e bonabasi mo UEFA for so abaso.
For captain this tournament.
Because yes, UEFA and a tenacity who said no. I did crazy players from bar no to international break no friendly matches ni be okra players ni don't want to show up. And Oma add a certain touch to it. I'm not very lucrative. So much so that you OJ trophy SNY sika crack. Now me check yes Portugal 4G we now many best $8.8 million out of it. JC Anama I do level say Ronaldo ye bo penalty ground to me share or person or je no the back can no ma until you for wire they almost created the platform for players to give their all. And it's good for your crampo and so I just say because annual game was very competitive.
What a game.
Very competitive.
And you because when you say
and if you say you raise bar no
the entire because when you omobo Nations League no ABCO. Into A no by ranking no first 12 teams no and yeah them go by European ranking.
A na ombo we na wa group ni mo a B and found no ranking of FIFA.
The will be on your promote number 8.
That's right.
C no so be promote to aba na we so e demotiko.
All right.
But Mr. Mamenya dey Mr.
Okay. Then tell him right
man be wo magazine. E fa na ja. E so Alaji. Ye nua akwesi na ka cheme. O say Alaji nana. Ya say the bia oti show no. Nti Alaji magazine and medro de mamenche cool pepe. No cool pepe. Sa me ko no mche mze di ne cool pepper na cool pepper owo ofa kwasi apiamo
okay
cool pepper o filiu pa
and then baby achikale wife one side o be ya nam sa kwa na so
ma menche Alaji a wo magazine na menche cool pepper
okay
and ye nua kwasi apiana magazine for na moti enka ni nyina
and da no ze ko AQ3
master do bom ho yeah
ai o de say da no ye ko AQ3 me ka say young DJ bi approach me na ni din no I also uti program no your friend DJ Golden
okay
DJ Golden say
obo hin he
AQ3 na mi hu no ho
there's a bodenche mo so atuma boko ni ade ho kwa area o champion
o so hu mi an obae o si no mani bi ya o se mi dika o hontem do hu mi obae an no so di e no mani bi ya no bae na hu se
convert
ne te say
sorry ba
amanfo ogum
Ronaldo for now send the message
we nya hu hwe
discussion here
Ronaldo for
we throw messages
o mani bre o de support Ronaldo na te say Ronaldo ani bre na
or the bobo
the Gina Park in so no like a commander on the pitch. But the other one is a good boy.
Right, 8:25. Yeba, Gold Stars champions of Ghana for the first time. In fact, me sure Samatex for winning the league last season and inspire Gold Stars for because we rivals I can see Power Western Ho. Now from Division 1 I don't remember Premier. Gold Stars eba Premier Eja Samatex. The day now Gold Stars confirm qualification no. Wa money Samatex ne ball be no mucha Samatex 3-0 no me qualify. The games are not called league, but I think about 3-4 games in the mere formality on born keke. And the Samatex ebe sound mo be league no me say there be yentra man nyesa. Afi Gold Stars AJ. Na in fact we also know a moment. We live by moments. Ade bi betumi asi kiti etumi sesa abrabo nyina whether positive or negative nti ya ka de bia ahwe hu yie no bibi kiti na akofa asem kesi abro bibi kitikiti bi na de unkunim de nyina wo hwehwe asase so aba moments Go Stars ne kotoko no sa ball no ka referee ne gya ka Go Stars le bia league no kran komanye waja se ko vi on za moments ni bi no so you could have go ka referee ne gi go a obi an obetime di ho akinye wanyi go yi anko be bia mebo a sanity moment omo call brekumi no mo ye say ya bodro carrera be share nti wo de Charlie League de nations ajewe nti enko be bia Angane, a different story. Yeah. Every moment be very important. Making sure you believe you have to. The Go Stars, Mabaso, my idea, champions of Ghana, Africa, ba. Kumasi for atoy lies.
Most likely.
Go dance park.
A brain ho, but it be a no beat me. Beat me, a very difficult. It's difficult.
Dance park wedding. Dance park meet me host to you or just more creative stance na be wo po na chi ni the other side only now.
It takes a lot of money. This almost every day be a workers or site. No mugusu gidi day and night.
Kwata Dr. Kwame Che Sports Complex.
Baba Yara, I think will be okay. And that is the pain I am about such clubs because
Yakoba Yaba be hwe hunsem.
Ensana lubina shano manabo. Ensa ben no. Amuzu bitters. Wose? Amuzu bitters. Amuzu bitters. Twaso.
Apomode mapade eno ane Hepa Plus mixture. Apomode mapade eno ane Hepa Plus mixture.
Hey, unia, Pavi, and the Black Smokes mixture no. Malaria drona. Ane, say nam sa. Ubeje di sa menim wife nyina ye tested positive. Ya num bie no. Say a ku malaria mo nyina. Am ye nyina ye negative. Ade ho.
Won ma wo ye Hepa Plus mixture no. And wodi we nsu aba.
Sentia.
E wo say wo immune system e strong da bia. Enti Pavi
E support immune system no.
Na plasmox no so e tu malaria no gu. Malaria symptoms. Et say etipaye, afiafie, wonum ato, ahomre no msa. Ache kura 4 days na Pavi and the plasmox mixture. Wanom no e tu malaria na se kura. Anya sa dia ko hu doctor. Fra 0542 778572 and 0542 807907.
Magie drone di pa.
Pavi Plasmox and Hepa Plus nyina. Apemfo abato mo manufo enu kwada woni mfie du yenu kan. Our pharmacies na heba shop.
FDA aje dwede nkrato yatum.
Hey, opanyi. Mashusha wache. Se perfect series books here. O ma me koto obi ma me ma no. O wajajai. Aboa wo mo se wo tumi kenkan kama. Wo kabrofo. Na nkontabu akura de ejajai.
Wonderful. Mese Ghana for GAJ perfect series. Atumo no de jai. No de animdifo e na twe wo nwoma bia. Owo crèche, nursery, any KG, books bia bi. And owo science, creative arts, maths, RME, history, coloring, computing, OWAP. Ni nyina. Every basic 1 equals basic 6. English every basic 1 equals junior high school. Ne ban combine so a owo ni nyina bi. English nom and maths nom me say books bia ni ho perfect series any bi na GS any naka enso am approval enti obata bia nkoto bi maneba.
Na say we de school bi kura betumi akotu akoton am ni students o.
Na eno kura de wo table no so say hwi wo mo say set mock exams, terminal exams and midterm exams at the mass school so a ehia wo mo a etufo nko putuoja station ho a enkran danso mine first stop any omamu ba bia yetonto books bia from 0243 299938 and 0540 755 465. Perfect series.
Your world's future is secured.
Amanfwe Edroye Herbal Center dia di fufuro biabo. Edroye Herbal Center edumeku a odi oboasi bitters eba ye man sa amanfo ho yare emomubu atopa 5000 no a wasadi oboasi gringo bitters enso ba ya amanfo etugu so no wo de ensa fufuro biaba eye ginger ensa the friend oboasi 442 liquor oboasi 442 liquor eye ginger ensa yade nubra ene hama afra ena yade aye Bomodia ne ma unsanka bi. We ya bema na wonuma ubebu atopa 10,000. Ema no so numa omu beti de sansu na emema so numa ubedi ache. Bomodia ne ma unsanka obuasi bitters for ginger nibi. Eya obuasi 442 liter. Eya ginger ensa ya di enubra eni hama afra ni aye. Bomodia ne ma unsanka bi. Onumu a ebe ya ho adwuma yie. Wo mu a won sisi eya wo ya. Wo menstrual pains. Bema edro nwumra wontimi ne yere enna. Bomodia ne ma unsanka obuasi 442. Obuasi 442. Eya obuasi bitters for ginger. Wo mo de aba. Any drinking sport bia etwe ho ahia ewo omaga na mu. Obuasi 442 ginger. Obuasi 442 liquor. Numbi nebu atopa 10,000. Ensen enyema penfo, enyema ema oma omanufo, enyema emofranso a oni fiedu nwotwe.
Papa chire me better sauce. Me so poison sa winye bie kameko. Mama chire me different flavor three from the same block. Boissy bitters, boissy gringo, boissy for tous les condiments. We special green one.
Mema etiefo nyina akwaba ba Amuzu Herbal Clinic. Na midiedrobia ba yefra no Amuzu P Herbal Mixture. Eyedura ebua ima eni mema nyina. Na oba pampa no ohye efi na seba no obehia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture. Oba insio basa egu no ono so behia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture. Oba bi a otie na se ne hene pa. Di ono so insawansawa agi na kosokuma boso ono so behia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture. Oba otie mi anedun so no pampan pa no ohye edi akireba ono so behia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture. Minka se dun so bia ense nsuo ba se odun so na se ne color no eni e darkish more yellowish na pampan no ohye omu a ekire me se ekekaye eya ba odun so numu. Enti pa Amuzu P nenu mu e die na chika sei anase hunam ne ya ono so nkopa Amuzu P nonom be man so a otie mi a odwon so mu papa ye ono so behia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture be mebu ha odwon so wie na bi akam wo behia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture dwon so ade dwon so a oti de kakra se ugu nsuo na se ya nko an na oti a uhia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture ensese be ma dwon so na moja di akireba. Inti bema junso ane junso moja di echire no kopa Amuzu P no mu na sa ni na mfiri ho bema ne junso ebon kan uhia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture obi se doc eya na nso totro efri bema no oba se bi chim kakra na abegu ano white uhia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture insawa agi bema na aboso uhia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture se ba se uhwe aba no emu ya uhia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture obi se doctor mehwa no ahono mesrew enye hwewa ahono nyina na yankwe baba so muati mo hwewa ahono enti bema ne hwewa ahono onko pa Amuzu P no nyina twetwe nko obi se doctor medware wi a na me hu nyina ya me hene ase ahwi apia gu me so bema wo sa ha nyina no obehia Amuzu P Herbal Mixture Dr. Amuzu we midunso wi a na se junso ni bi tamayase the same Amuzu P no ene ese edi se adwuma no wo pedoduo na atudi a ewo herbal shop biara mo ewo pharmacy drugstore any herbal shop biara bi wo ho se doduo pa na opetudi a no abayaso ye na otafun hia so Amuzu Junction be Moro Market no tafun hia so Amuzu Junction be Moro Market so Kumasi no akodani herbal Mr. Herbal Pedan ko mu tu bi sentombi Accra mun ko kanshi draglem mu bi sana na buwache Kingswalk Repash and Tinatet opa Amuzu P se mi se bia frame number 0247 776743 0247 77 6743 Amuzu P Herbal Mixture Mauji Hiochalo.
Ensana nubinasha no manabo. Ensa bem no.
Amuzu Bitters.
Você?
Amuzu Bitters.
Amuzu Bitters. Tuaso.
Madam Asibebre. Meden chiaso nkokra free obuasi Bitters asuyeye. Ye frame Dr. Amokolin, Dr. Penny Amida Edro ye Herbal Center no. Na me sanso de nansie Emma Ghana fo nyina. Se doctor me bae no mahu se sebi enye Dr. Mabetwa ntranchere Ghana fo. Se de ana ebi mususu no se ye de sebi kasa ana ye de no. anaasɛ yɛba ne yɛbɛtum futuro agu nkɔfoɔ ani no dabi ɛbɛbɛdurofoɔ ɛnyɛ nyinaa na yɛte saa doctor meka kyerɛ mu sɛ ɔboase bites na yɛde aba no ɛyɛ dubina a doctor mede sa yare o maso yɛ ha ɛduro yɛ ba center ha na yɛkeka bom ne yɛde ayɛ ɔboase bites no ampa maamunim wa wotimi nka ka kyerɛ wo nua ne sɛ ɔboase bites no deɛ doctor no ɛyɛ duro paa o sese Ghana fo nyina atra ama awrade adaro mama duru no kra no atra boda eyensa ede na emom yede no yaye ne se yede no bina no afra nsa no ana ensa no atwe no adubina no ahode e wo dubina no nyina de aba nsa nim ana yede aba famfidiem ana yebubu ede aba edwa so said ye first no wo fa bia na na bi konwura ma no wotutu dua hine dua chi no de abehye bites no na onom na kakra no ana say utimi ko dunsini bi kra hono am wo draw say draw eji fa ko she bites mpa cha wati ase ha edro bi wo kra pa ye se ji ne konoa edro bi wo kra se ji ne fa ko so e edro bia ne na no adro ana say de so ano nti oboase bites ye no ne so ano ne ensa no eti no wo de ensa no fra dubina na eye adwuma pa obi a nani ye kwa no operation oboase bites nti onom ye no echai obi a this was sheg ahwehwani once and wotimi anante de etasi nani so onom oboase bites no ni nyina afri nani so eye obi a ontimi mbu ni nsa bosumi nsia boso afi baako mfie mienu ni nyina no si otimi menstruate kama obi a wo hwan ne den Dr. Mokola say abedin to okra de ebumi so omo minimum mo nyina afre doctor ye de bato doctor ya to bedi doctor ye de bato obi wo akọ hospital sa wo hu yare ne mpo wo hu ano aduro na obi a kire ne say kope oboase bites ne bi o de no be 2 weeks nkakra ebeko ampa na eko ye da mo ase se muguso amodi aduro no ho danse amaye duro de tia na tie wa sabi yare bi hawo se sisi yare se koko se wani ene hawo ana wo ne hiawo ana nemu yare na ma be ma na fo aketekete ana bema oboase bites because the doctor anyo oboase bites an kam nimi metimi bu atopa 2000 as say ko ba bia oboase bites atopa 2000 edubina na doctor yede aye adwuma enu ti na wo sie Ghana ha ba bia be fa bia obi ase oboase bites yeda mo ase na ebeguso nso aye adwuma pa ade amamo na mo hu say sabi obi no oboase bites anye se ensane na ene de o na emom awodin ewo mu no ana ebua na nipadua no nti wa otimi nkan ka kire wo nua no de watia fa oboase bites no ka kire wo nua no nkotobi no hu se Dr. Abo Collins no crojin tretrodo ana me ka kire mu se no bina no Dr. Abo Collins me no bina no yesan so de akekaduro ene hwentia ne form wisa afra ana ye de aye ensafoforo kra frɛ no oboase 442 liquor oboase 442 liquor but 442 no ye new information aba ensane din no enu ye fe na kokra be ko 4 rounds eno de memedru kan bema ese akokra e be ko 4 rounds oboase 442 ye nkasa bebre e wodwa so o de okwa me pe oboase fo akekadru nsa na omodi aba ne bi doctor me ntwa ntro se de oboase bites bae na mo hu se eye dubna no mesrew sa na oboase 442 ne tie bema wa ye mre wo mpam na se fe na akokra be ko 4 rounds now ya branch here dia ene obekọ 4 no akọ 4 we are now the 2 na ede ha to aso oboase 442 ya kekadro nsa ba bia ton nsa bia o de okọ aso pa boase 442 bi doctor won twa ntro Ghana ha any Dr. Mokollins waka ya jedi ntiaba ma ebini entra hwe anase ya oboase gringo bites no de ya na botton kete ya party bia eno na Israel no bina na efra no ai kat me pe Israel ha bam enro ni bia eno se oboase gringo bites ni nyina boa ni pedua no sabi enye ensa keke Dr. Mokollins medamu nyina mase ti okodwa so bia na se ni gieba babia na pesa wo yusu nsa pa oboase 442 liquor oboase gringo bites ana oboase bites opiemu na ankasa na obehu sampa enubna ewo mu ankasa medamu nyina amase
102.9 Otec Sports.
Okay, ya babiem yentoa dwumade no so. Na ye come before the break say ba e be hwe yen Premier League e ba wiye. league ni barrier no Gold Stars and champions as confirmed by the Ghana Football Association. In fact, which is the BNU betumi asesa ewo the course of a campaign the other day between Basake Holy Stars and Nations FC. Yes, Nations for no. He said them say Oma consider defeat. Natural somewhere expected BBBR. And we are even hearing say Saturday Gold Stars be host to Mediema will be for the coronation and also confirmed. Saturday 14th June Dance Park 3 o'clock and I can see never basso. Gold Stars wamoni Mediema ayonkufa kinsia wamo bo na omudi crew ano ama Gold Stars nyame adma memene da omo mpese be kwesiada because kwesiada no FA Cup final ewo ho achese kotoko any golden kick ebo ewo legon enti sanete Gold Stars champions yes ye bo mabaso just like ya Canada no omaya de ye papa from day one and omo kire se womoni abre se league no ombeje ti ye mo mabaso na every kwan na abidwafo akira adwena fa ho league no in fact the entire season how animesi call here and as say so Western region and a league no akwa so for 3 seasons in a row Takwa Summer Boy and then now Bibieni ho and a Ghana Premier League trophy no akwa akudru. In fancy Seviano say abysmal performance from Otec FM goalkeeper during the OCC tournament. Where did you take him from? Why didn't you make Eugene to be in the goal post? Greetings to Honorable Wisdom Osei Buama Okumkom on a MC for Chimangwe Bejan South. Nana Kwabena Jumo Julius, please, good evening. But in fact, yesterday morning, you made us feel so hungry for sports. So, any news from my darling club Chelsea? Greetings to my lovely wife Anita Yeboah and my twin daughters Akusia Dansoa Jumo Senior and Junior, and your brother Elliot Afrani Jumo Omunyina Wachimanu Behin. Yes, Nimo was a long time family. Hey, I'll call radio for. He said, hey, Bruce, your child and yes, Yahuye, Kuvi Anambwa.
Oh, and no money be here.
Wasco GH, good evening to you and your crew, Champion Kanu. I'm enjoying the show from Sokoban. In fact, I really miss your text pause rough. All right, your boy Argentine. Was it the teams of them are not? Or is it the teams? Many of them are not football nations, but they compete. Luxembourg, Latvia, Andorra, Liechtenstein, San Marino, Gibraltar, Belarus, Azerbaijan, Estonia, Georgia, Kosovo, Malta, Bulgaria, Faroe Island. Wow, look. Just a countries now Ronaldo nyomo bono. Almost you know most you Sir John for no.
Nations League as no okay yo.
World Cup qualifiers dey futu franti. With me Shebia. Isa Yaya, good evening, my name. My name is Oscar. Inside in Fancy. Please, how is it that replay is allowed after a goalkeeper saves a ball, but not allowed after extra time penalties? So what you say? In regulation time, no. I mean the question I say.
Oh, say what person say like in a regulation time ye ball no. Say if you a penalty banner or bona keeper no. Yeah, Sevilla.
Or you should replay.
Okay. Replay there say. Na just say bo match ni nyina afufro. Okay, we are emptying the message now. So
how is it that replay is allowed after a goalkeeper saves the ball, but not allowed after extra time penalties?
Okay, so in this case, he's referring to penalties.
Just a player no BM so or can't rebound. What I say?
Okay.
In regulation time, say bona keeper save about rebound. But in extra time, no bona keeper save ba.
Untimi mobi
say born him run.
Aye. Say no yakun okun na wie decider. O boy say I say.
And ye okun bi imran sa na tie. Ntiremu bi akora nim.
Imran no kora no explicit ye nche nimu ye. In regulation time no, keeper save wa ball penalty untimi mo. What you say?
Yeah.
Rebound no.
That be to me.
No, me can say ball emphasis abopo na ba.
Okay.
Untimi emmo.
Yeah.
And the penalty rules no kire say until ball no ebe prevented from entering the post no. And as a ball ni be gina. Yeah, that's so. Until no be born about crossbar no. The keeper free poem say wujubility. Never ball from the Korean washe.
Yeah.
Cause ball na stop.
Yeah.
Until during the active play na na say you go so game no. Se keeper save ball na. Wo ho kwa say wo san ball na she. But in penalty shootout no. Time a wo ball no. Wonya ball kick ni wi a. It is believed say ye gina game no. But say you born 90 minutes. O ball kick ni wi na no. Ye to game no so.
Yeah.
Mpacho what you say?
Yeah.
O ball kick ni wi a ye to game no so. Say konchen a ye bo go kick. Sa anshan so it is still in play. I say to game no so.
Yeah.
But penalty shootout there. At that time, the moment the ball is kicked, na say next san goal line no ho a, that time you stop game no. The next player and ebado.
All right, Maminwe. Ebenezer Champon, or say the UEFA Conference League Group A, League A. Or say the UEFA Conference League A group teams are like World Cup round of 16. At round of 16 in the World Cup, it will be left with only European teams and few South American countries. That's what I say. Yeah. Say Conference League, no, European countries never League A, no. And say World Cup round of 16. Then tomo yi Africa for no names Europeans no munya have in frame. Because Spain, England, Germany, France, Belgium, Croatia, maybe had Brazil, Argentina account.
Switzerland we.
And to be so say World Cup round of 16 no. Sana Conference League no. A group no. Ete. And an event Nations League.
Nations League.
Sanity. Was a honor Akasefon. Aha, Akasefona no. And I yes as if said the Ghana for Nigeria or Unity Cup now. Or man for key players uncle no.
We are presenting key.
Spain best player Bia Bobby. That Morata has bonus nothing.
That's on the captain.
So I know Betty Boy no penalty. All right. Bar 4 is because it's a kind of good evening. CR7 is all-time greatest goat. Goat. Look on the side greatest in this planet. Hey, Kotokoni. T. Abe me. Okay. Frimpong Richard, CR7, no size. Watching you live from Oyibi, Accra. Higa Usu, good evening, Royal Sports. So Nana Boache, listening live from Anuyem Hospital, Afun Kwanta branch. We are champions. Yes, my dear, congratulations. No more team, no. Mokra, we no, thank you. Strip you off. Omo title, no, because it's strictly for staff. One player, a professional footballer who plays in India. What do you say? Where's I? Where's I? What about prisons for no presentee? Prison officers throughout. So yes, I want to fair to them. Oh yeah. We say we will know what to
prisons
do.
There.
Not to suggest my idea. I mean, as champions, they my idea.
But the money can you first game no but I think we are going to visit the next one for security agencies. Go what there. We DD
DSP.
We dem man DSP. No akofo bi onye police ni akọ represent police na ho akọba na obe kire.
Yeah.
Kwan ya wo kofa ne de ni be shim no.
In fact, prison officers no captain no oye ASP. Bobra wa adwuma no brutal ASP. But I want to say now according to technical committee almost think prisons for no do fine and put on komulusu ikra on the be play of the tournament.
Okay.
Omo captain defender
no. Yeah. Oh, okay.
He was so.
Oh, Grisi me ba ku bi.
No, a left footer.
No, right. Ban. Oh, no, ni height P, but very athletic. Very athletic.
Ni modu ka on we piece.
Yeah. Omo your boys are they born a foul move. Sports near they form more.
Security agencies, that's how it is. A bit more the opportunity to be there because ebi a woni America to ana obobo ana say volleyball ana ons
but na hard dream say omunni competition bia they come into the service no for you know once your money to no bank ko gadia upon aba fino obedidi no wada ti after 3 years onya competition bia nya na fu beba ball no atene ni so nti ball na o de fan no emfa so be ne ba so America to na o de fan no emfa so be ne ba so volleyball emfa so be ne ba so what you say aha
in recent times Mekai say na in the military bakwana minimum no or a goalkeeper for dwarfs ne friend danso no other dwarfs by mitakra de na Mekai Sundays na any omukobobo barracks ho
say no na justice society
yeah
ball wafa later oba Aduana stars
and a Liberty captain no
Samosafo
police on
the police into I mean, you can trust that they will present their men to come and play.
Sure. Go for be only soldier ni abe soldier for ball. Na yifre o wa.
Na no ni pakro nko de envance mo bowie no mo age no mo twi jama ko. Ibara so no di akire ko. Wura mo awo mo abesa bo mini.
Intruder. Ke obi intrude.
O mo abesa bo madam bi o se wadamfu. Soldier ni wadamfu no ofre o se babara sa menko.
Idea as you would attack me now for you are on PB uncle.
We least mistake
Oh, now for your barras almost on PB into the uncle. I will call reason one, you know.
All right. With no Nations League, a contum recap. Anane Kunsu Kodjo Krum. Martin Zubimendi plus Benjamin Sesko plus Nico Williams. Arsenal, ye. You wana ni yate Zubimendi as or bas now on your mass now umpono. What shall I see if you are quite fast to this second? Zubimendi. Say no this second. Ask now no Obano. What shall I see if you are quite fast to this second? Safo Edu Kantanka. I'm at work, but I'm enjoying your sports. Yeah, that's it. Kwadwa Santi, I'm listening to you live. I'm a good day from Macro. All right. Frimpon Richard, who is Yama? Edu Gideon, watching you live from Barcelona, Spain. All right. My main fact to be about Abano. And so na yemeto as well. Otec Sports is one of the best programs in Ghana. Keep it up, more fire. God bless you all. All right. Yeah, that's it. Nana Sapon bless. Kwachi Peter, again, the cup landed where there is no Arsenal player. Oh, Arsenal was Uncle Trophy. Cletus Bauer, good evening, my big brothers. May the good Lord bless you for your fantastic show. Keep it up. Okay, that's it. Well, Kobi, afi yan share ya de ne kakra. You say your season in a baby, yeah. In some few words, nka essay na to say describe the 2024-25 Ghana Premier League season in less than 200 words. Kadena be.
Oh, okay. So I think that at the end of the day, I say yetimidi league no aba ewiye na yenya league champions. The obekwa represent here or CAF Champions League ni near who almost omoko relegation. But in all, and yet a season Kanu yebetimi aye so proud of because of a normal ACC. One, say at one of the league matches, confusion by players fought on the pitch, and eventually a supporter of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Yekuno. Now, after some few days, it looks like as a man for a fee. It's good sometimes. Adia nyankopo won de kan ye hunu no o ma ye refi bi on enunti asem to a no matter how painful it is after some time utumi get you over it se sa de ne nkan ye ho anke bi akanu enipa bibrebi ekumu omo ho ana o maje omo nkwan afiri omo nsem enti it looks like we are getting over it and it's fine, but into the history books say 2024-2025 season Kumasi Asante Kotoko eko insua training FC Kobo na iwi asie Kotoko supporter a friendly poli obi won second money wuye. And because of that, Insua FC also decided say after playing 2 games league ni resume ye no. Omu ni say omu ntimi guarantee the safety of omu players ni officials into omu su jai ball ni bo. Enti all in all, see a year season ni there. But there were some stories I buy in the course of the season. Kanu, I don't think Ghanaians will be proud of because it doesn't paint a good picture about Ghana football. And every time Yankuma Yedin, ya na the ehwe ni say, ye be wie season bi no, ke betimi atena se ne adi nkomo say, oh this season there, na eye better a chen last season. Yeah, enuoma esisi last season na enye ni be this season. But unfortunately, we cannot say same about the 2024-2025. What's the brief? So I'll summarize it. And to whatever be the case, Go Stars are champions. And I think that as the club, we can all support them and help them to celebrate. But if you look at the bigger picture, especially in Ghana football perspective, which goes beyond an individual club, no, you would say, it was a season, and no maybe na which means we can still do a lot more. Kanu. I think in summary, that's what I can say.
I see. Scandi,
Kanu,
summarize it. Season, mommy, in less than 200 words.
Season no.
Ni nyina ka words no ho ana.
One go. One go.
Season no. Because my memories of what happened in May 9. Na we kwa de esakoye West. The man here West and say, oh May 9 na the reports are later about Bontino. It shows that at least the police were either not on top of their duty because of how they reacted to the situation. I won't be quite reprimanding for how we used to tear gas, and that after that, and actually said tear gas and rifles have no business in our football. The police for Airbus Stadium, they are not armed. So we could two at the bar, especially the perimeter. No more. It say next time my ever buying. And what happened? We say a field test because one, they see May 9 there, you can blame it on police for the moment. And from that, I see a reshape your journey, a reform your home, and son your baby drew, baby a drew after 24 years or so. As I didn't see, you know, near Hesenke, a be in CBM. But the point is that the Kusi will so atreno. A bit me, I destroy the beauty of all that we have seen this season. But who here no free I think we've had a very good season. A season where and yet the last 3 weeks here the league here now yet issues of machinations kakra from referees and only home teams in Libya at all cost. Now so moka league and also opese onya a better standing league no so intis any money be course na on a very fair grounds. I think that league way in terms of the standards, in terms of report, be one of the best. But two things are destroy league, image. One, coverage, and two, the fact that we lost a life. And life, a category so whether the league season, was the most competitive, and no your boy fair coaches, Papa Bell, Kurumha, and no be a players, Kuramo, Muko represent your Black Star. Said the Mamencha Dr. Amuzu, or say when you goalkeeper or Quatrancha Aquanda Stadio be a goalkeeper or Ramustrace or Kodago. First call up, first Onyani debut. The first call up, no Onyani debut, our coach Namwa, we see a kind of Black Star. In terms of the leagues, no near man negativity leagues no one there. Kanu, the only two I met me, but I think that this season the pitches were much more improved than the near in the previous seasons. This season, I said the picture during the dry seasons. Now, as terrible as we have seen 2-3 seasons ago. Maybe the Ketokriku project now, or yes, one venue, one borehole. I to 2 boreholes, though and functional, but the standard of the pitches are an improvement of what we have seen in the last 3-4 seasons. Or Ghana League, but Kanu life there, life. I will replace here any year. See a boy sponsor be anasui, headline sponsor anasui. President Ketu Kreku. I catch it and I say there's something very good in the pipeline. I just say possible see bit many headline sponsor clubs in bit many BBF film. I promise you almost say a better much better. And no refereeing any sign we can just go sit down, make retrospective effect of our officiating and improve it from the referee's perspective. But in your life in the free mono, won't me improve life no, and I won't me from my back. So the fact that a life was lost, Emma the whole thing in the beauty in and one here, you end up saying say it was a failed season because we lost a life. But for the football reasons and everything, I think we improve the standard of play, the level of competition. We league, about 4 clubs on the final day, Opiate Major League, and I said they were in the race. I think that on the final day, no go start your free equation. Sorry, nations, nations a free equation, barring any other results beyond. But Kotoko, Go Stars, and to an extent, Heart of Lions, where clubs are not mostly in contention, say, maybe in the league, and I think that much more improved. But life I lose, and the coverage from the start. I think coverage along the way improve. When the first about 1 month, first 3-4 weeks, no league in the those channels and so on. If you want to replay, the action you try and be. There's nowhere between that part of the and I say opportunity to watch it again. But I think I'm improve in terms of the commentary, or improve in terms of the coverage. Nankasa footage is now one of them, and 1 or 2 other issues.
I'm sure Kofi will disagree.
No, me can't say papa.
No, I get where says Candy is.
And you say papa, but on the
standard no,
almost oh, yes, starting and who just almost just one angle be. No, make quite from the start no. Kofi so her first 3-4 games now and 4 weeks now. Now just one shot and it trim. Emma me kwa me be ya say medical aka say I don't normally mind any on munyai because the contentions about the no. If there's an incident, there's a reviewer, one replay ama.
Replay.
And the wunya angle be some fan can.
And that replay as who can me kind Kotokoni media wa hey. Was it last week? 3-2 no. There was this penalty incident. Derek Fojo. Eto from but omu cover ne twem no, that was it.
Maybe
replay ama. So enti to said like me say scan the point na say the way almost started and ye ko enim no omu ma omu home so. But omu home so do omu ma no still
it is still not the standard.
Below standard. Oh, most of the games they be kura wo hwe as scan e do baby a ade ntimi ye bled ma who players kura.
Oh, last issue he highlight view and in this.
Aye, and we Kotokoni Go Stars.
Kotokoni Go Stars. They do be a born on Kasakura ye chase no.
And you know, they say almost say something better is on the way coming. So it has to be better. But we dear. Oh, no.
Kanu crab it on a coffee.
Cash woman.
Oh, okay.
On a Macassa from a Vienna.
Oh,
and then you may not say Menchao. Namencha Kofi Labi. And crew now Canina. We are Penny Judas of the old mechanics concert
party.
And again, movie need those things now.
No only sound to partnership.
My favorite video advert do me mosquito coil advert bia Santo bonus. As we team as I video much more than the audio because Santo once I was Santo Bojudas assume. Na Judas kwajo ade o se hwem nsam moja nti obo I know I kind of wrong. I'm trying to
na so na no problem.
This time no na technology ni ho say. Kibit me first one we na kibit me atwa no na to. Na the other part no ma ye no separate.
Na ya me.
Na dia akeka si ni
ye. Old videos ana no me no. Wonsa na ekono. No mu twa motion pictures na pa and we are near major no to be who say ni move kosa
anyway
and all right so mamencha me aminu abako Evans cancel attorney for Sosa Amsterdam also 8 issue
okay Ray so were concerned with Barcelona fans what test ya ba mamen kan fam
Arsenal fan
kesi na nasem ni o say I know the Barcelona lads will not be happy, but I keep saying it that Yamal is not an extraordinary player. You see how Nuno Mendes handled him with cheeky ease. So the Barca guys should stop ranting. Yamal. Remember, we have seen great players in Barcelona. He is a good player, but he is not yet there. He is not there yet, okay. But Yamal, them Ginidio. 17 years. Anyway, so yes, Chairman. Chairman, so didn't quite Jonathan Apia, right?
Jonathan Apia, aka Chairman Apitolo.
Chairman Apitolo. So be able to here. Nice one. Did you can bomb about so? Somewhat, you know.
Thank you.
Mze, nenya better, dear.
And then better, sir.
No credit. Chairman, recount to Kakra, Gold Stars, Bramwa Bray in the past years from Division 1, Ebamwa to Premier, so Dimbe 2-3 seasons, and Sana Mobabe League near the Sena Nemesia Kwamamo, would them say to what the church yipa, Boyam Komokakra, Muhistu Kakra.
Kanu, Manda was a panama, much what cheerful in a said the Okano, a blessing in Okano, and yet better sounds ruining. Assassin near course in answer. You're for Premier League. You're quite some say who say Premier League easy and say for a 4 years, 4 years in me. Na ya konkoden. You say can be after no say so do every for say be ultimate no. At long last I just Ghana Premier League and say ya achieve a great achievement. Because we be off and on. Ka be say Kruma say obi say and that's what and no ko draw obi say do at long last no. You say engineer say can be after say be ya me say ade o de na o dia. I mean, Chad, at long last, that's going to Premier League. Into the supporters, and we be any Krumani in a Ubiani Aji. The Sunday, Carl Kruma goes, yes. I achieve because you're not, I did any power 6 months. By Sunday, you know, I said, you also such man. And the house will be any Aji or be any Krum.
I see. Yakati was a chairman Jonathan Apia. AKA Chama Pitolo, our near Gold Star supporters chairman, and our Edin Komono. He say, woman league champions of Ghana. Ha. Now, quite Ben Sona Summer Tex Omuji League last season, no, Eshem Odema Fi Musma Babeji. Hello, chairman. Okay, so chairman line not drop it. Ebe try near the back. Na, you don't know, as I at one so say. Yo, a couple of questions be a person bisano enti yeni nimye kra yeni nimye ti yen try se benya the back on the line na fi asan connecting na na to aso yeah Kofi
senior
zedie Gold Stars aje nations na kamanfo nim zen cafe league be come ho but last 2 games no se sanima amazei almost stand a possibility of even missing out of the top 4.
Yeah.
That is if points it be bamwa. Gold Stars be free top 4 nimu. Ama has abeshim.
Yeah.
What you say?
And baby our fail. Let's make it clear. Unse amanfobia ye league tables nibi. I think first 4 on Kotoko out of the first 4. So but let's make the point clear. The only reason I need a site to say Gold Stars any Nations FC a tie on the same points. Gold Stars will still win the league near say Gold Stars be board draw or Dr. Kwame Sports Complex. And of share Nations 1-0 or dance park into head to head no na
we have 4 points out of the 6.
So what you say? And if you check the league table between Haas and Kotoko, right?
Hunim bibi omu wini pe ombo drop pe omuluzu pe.
Yeah, na me check what I say. Say 34 Ubia we Kotoko we need 16, Haas we need 16. Haas draw 10 games, Kotoko so draw 10 games.
Omuluzu 8. Anambwa.
Omuluzu 8. And a points here. So 37 Kotoko share 37 goals. I consider 27. Right. And a Haas share 32 goals. I consider 18. See the difference the number of goals are
but your league table were wrong.
Yes, this league table is wrong.
Kotoko that fourth because of head to head.
Yes. Yeah. And Kotoko between Kotoko and Haas meetings no. Kotoko nya 4 points. Haas enya 1 because at the Babaya Stadium maybe I don't go for ref because I better more good no by last minute. Or say SCB a mistake now on Benjamin Asare. Oh yeah ma Albert Prebon to nti so we head to head between Kotoko and Haas na say a go so say a point so ni nyina Kotoko ya head because
in the
first
2 games no
in the 2 games no
yeah.
Because in Kumasi Kotoko share 1 Haas and Timianti it gives Kotoko 3 points 1 goal at the Accra Sports Stadium obi an shebi enti 1 point for 1 nebeka Kotoko de 3 no obi nya 4 has been 1 point without a goal. In the 2 teams meetings, no, Kotoko nya 4 points plus a goal. nti head to head nema Kotoko ye better nti no Kotoko will jump into the top 4 na has aba out but the only reason ebema has I entered top 4 ne ye say the emra ne kire no for feature of match the ye betew nti nations the no say disciplinary committee verdict ba na really ni koye say ye declare no losers of that game asan atino extra 3 points from the accumulated points now obe free 60 aba 57 na has 58 no ama push it into the top 4
so Kotoko be third.
Yes.
Now has about 4th.
Now has about 4th.
Now Lions are remaining was second.
It was second one.
But I mean, there's one coach I'm there. He's not being celebrated. I will not the hype in now. Bashir Hayford.
Hey baby, or one in here.
Yeah, this Lions team not perform last season. No matter where you. Breaku match in the civil.
Yeah,
sure.
And they are second today.
Again, because of Bashir Hayford. Until you say but man na why eduma son pa. From a club last game almost survival and it is deemed that no more than a survival.
Yeah.
Because they were given a favor to play in the league. Quickly you organize things and on the final day and now with 2 rounds of games to go. Now ultimate champion man in the league he's done a good job. Similar to what Nottingham Forest in this season. Last season not the best of performance. By so missing word man. And this season, Chelsea for near or money a day. Nottingham Forest Cup Champions League. If they won against Chelsea at home on the final day, come up Champions League. So a similar fashion, Yamo Bashir for the Abaso say even Kwano Omo to move back to Pandu to get this kind of support now or more from community. Anyhow, and football, Premier League football, come out your match. I think we be one of the best seasons of our Premier League. The Ombit match I say it is worth fighting for, and then whoever brought the idea said Bashir for the Uncle Fan Mayor said, "Man, Obit me then said between the chest." I said I did a good scouting, and him say this is how he works. When you're young or youthful players. Or more talented. Charles Bashir Hayford, he will organize them, use his control, whether the father control, and I say the boss child control now. You so intimidating because even media for or try say or be a territory intimidating. And you know, I'm sure said the boys it was a kind of loyalty towards him to die for him. And one of the best centre backs in the league. And I mean, me believe we say this side 2 players, and I think say between Nations captain Razak Simpson and Ebenezer Aban so ni bobo papa.
Yes, Ebenezer Aban no krama ama Randy Money Lions mpanimfo no omunya happy crab because they believe say ono so why enough to get a chance in the Black Stars.
Former onimbo pa me dey
the Gomo expected then. He said Randy influence as Black Stars Management Committee chairman.
No, but I said they believe say boy in the performance no at least. And ka Unity Cup no ana we no crowd no we say
beyond more performance no. Also on numbers.
Yeah.
Last season he was the highest scoring defender in the league.
This just ended season yo.
No, last season America.
Yeah, just some XG.
Sure, last season I think when you are close to about
9 goals. Penalties better 7 as 8.
Penalties 5.
Penalties never does super.
No. But penalty nyafu.
Nyafu as
penalty. Nyafu ankaye ball World Cup semi-final.
As a moja nguni tampu as usual.
And I want to say Sunday obika as emi wo park no so. Edu penalty obi Mami bi obi ahwe no ankoya asemo agyan say mami fo nyina so da so kara.
Well, MC Adakwa no boy wa ha say the 2008 FA Cup final was between Portsmouth and Cardiff. And Portsmouth VG, you know. Cardiff much 1 year. I remember I think it was Kanu in the share go. And 2010 the year Portsmouth versus Chelsea. But then Nasule Muntari every what that Inter. The 2010 Omoji Champions League. So about 2008 there no for Portsmouth. But in 2010, Kevin Prince Boateng and the Balak Muye, you know, yeah. Then I see be. Okay, so yeah, I'm sure Gold Stars. I mean, dear no we are right, Scandi.
Kanu, I think one. Go Stars last season you know. Me make teams make or more. You blame Go Stars for not winning the league. Because those Samates won the league. Player to player. So they have better facilities. Say individual players. Now you know say one of the best teams in the league. Just that one organize your play and some kind of results. What Samates ended last season, and they said Samates ended home advantage last season. Kofi wo de oben say team oben Samates obi ka say asem chere say Samates anytime ombebo ensu beto the next day ombe lose so much no.
This particular game against Nations, no, when ensu ni toy na call the next day, no, na
psychologically
it was a big issue. Yeah,
obi catch him say from division 1 ni nyina no omunya ko game ni anwe game na ka say ensu na say nti ade che ento aso a so we lead you to ne okura na betima any opportunity aba game no and
into kaya one of the games ni ensu topa
umbo wi
God, the feel that addiction so assemble.
Sure.
Was it against the same Gold Stars? I think how many Gold Stars? One of the games. So
for Gold Stars, I think Omo realizes said this season, for most part of the season, but you'll be with him BNT no one can say Madame Man. For most part of the season, I think officiating were something that's not fair. What it meant was that Oko be home. Now, the defensive mindset said, Maba home, you know, when you're 1 pointer, a good enough for me. Now, open up with all your players. Our technical team. Now, push your bit many at the over. And no one that's a Gold Stars, EPK 23 points from away. A year league, a rare, a only Nations and House of Folk and they pick 27 points on the road. Titima last season, the first season, I think Gold Stars first season, only 1 point from away, Mekai. Only 1 point from away. Games no boy, no. Only one.
Kwane doma.
Ne doma.
Adriana.
Only 1 point no from away. That team in 2 years, after 2 years, I've been 23 points from away games. And I think that is what give them the championship, because at home there, when the dance park is always a very big place for anybody to go. 40 points from home and Omopeki. So the difference between Omane Kotoko just 1 point at Kotoko, Mumia most points home 41, Omunya 40, but away, you know, is where Omuma say points Omunya. And I think the Frempong Manso factor no Ebwa Omo. Unse Omo anye a yidi ni bi. Teams are go into a season na nyema nye na return hag near tete ho na edu ba bia won say ade ne nye kura. But Frempong Manson, when he took over, decided say obe create competition in the team, something that na Michael Osei obetimi di abonachi say it look like as a template dodo omo bono and ebo. But when Frempong Manso took over, he decided so be you ne factor no the legendary status ne kura no, and I'm sure say the respect the players and the man and the supporter, the management, the CEO Kwesi Edu emunyina the territory, and at a point realize a reality. Yes, 30 season I knew they were going to be serious, because yes, 30 season I mean pictures of omu training grounds. Kanu ka say training grounds, green pitch.
Yeah.
Ebaya, what mean say omo ye prepare say enye pitch no nko omo the league no. Omo training grounds no standard enough to get them trained very well. And yet typical of most of the Ghanaian teams now obey training on grass so no abebo street turf. Where the natural grass now all boss no and no be na why home picture o training also, and the standard between no and the non boss no difference so. And for me, pitches are makoso na manante so e wo Ghana ha no e bia now Accra Sports Stadium and Kumasi kura no after omode ayi sa awiabo no be FIFA park no so wie ya ye hu say as a bumpy nature na kakra akofom no for Go Stars pitch na manante so, and one of the best e wo kuruma no pitch na say a level no we grass no kura free so a almost say keep ni ye panti. It looks like mimi hu say Samatex ni push your mom league no say ye nuanom in quote ebia ye nuanom nkwara de ntame yiso nkwara so mo no mo nyina division no mo free oba premier ni jawo mo na Samatex free actually ebeji league ni jawo mo no. I think it was a spat in the face said there be yentra man in sisa, and just one season after, guess how they did it. Omumum na dethrone Samatex mum nyeso obi beji bi wi e no omumum ababeje to omumum ayusu sa rivalry na wo montam no to make sure say one omo ama a year and defend the league no Samatex and defend. Number 2 obi dethrone omo a omo na dethrone omo age league na from them. So congratulations to the whole community no and inside tight team nachi and CEO our own man Kosiedu for whatever I think very good recruitment, top goalkeeper, omoton drama, and I felt say nanke benyen so team so, but clearly say Charles Jemfi Kamara move film last match and who say a boy Makati, I saw appear Makati. I don't know free kick they go no buy on a boko box no a kofa go no buy. Meaning whether want to say goodbye to the club because the club's not tie. Say legend Bisano season end na hwe na dia obi hia ni bi mu a what man opportunity on the final day in front of the supporters. I don't know their womb there.
Let me just come in quickly on this particular one there. Imagine him say another tenor a kahuma Makati started and he say in the last 2 games and before this game against Kotoko and I think the Karela game at home, Charles Jemfi Kamara performance no, it was not okay. Once more say, you know, as the captain of the side, no, how he was expected to push so for the team to move no, never from Kakra. Even the last game against Kotoko at a point no so much change no. Until on say Accra Lions game no mean to mean take any chances so because if Karela the any BCC king. Na Kotoko kosha na say Lions crack kosha omtimi ebe champions at the expense of Go Stars. They needed to make sure say ombenya almost every decision correct. Inti Kamara they are not going to the bench and the likes of Foster nominee Makati Mubono. Imagine him say I mean more to it sporting reasons. So okay. They needed some men are push you to finish the job. Nya fini ekwayama we wanna be finish last minute TV. So me who line up na because who the Kanu on 2 occasions ni na make say captain you know he has to left in the game no made them impressed.
Charles Jemfi Kamara.
And na Kanu so can like the experience ni the way I say
he's a very good player. I think say one of those players Akotoko in the media say it is a Kotoko dio mwechipa he didn't end up at Kotoko. Charles Jemfi Kamara was Asaba he didn't pop up during that time Nana Kotoko.
They go stars
I think they were prepared for everything. They didn't get they were prepared. Can one have a maximum so on social media a projected club throughout the season. One of those teams are anytime and flyer better thing. Whether a match day squad no more announce and I say a flyer to promote the game or whatever, their presence on social media and all that, I think, and also one of those things that say even quality no league in the and so Colombia baby those clubs who were very active, Kotoko, House of Folk, everywhere. I want to say them who clubs normally actively involved social media and engagement but Maxi and his team and everybody who is working at the communications department, you know, I think that a very good job. So they were prepared for the season, and thankfully, efforts now have been rewarded. say ombenya de no mope e de afrim
obi yenhwe Frimpong Manso influence this Gold Stars team. I mean, at a point there, Michael Osei the late. I mean, funny currency. But I know it's a club that take a decision on him. Now, I bring results in him. Frimpong maybe a season last season, but the full season are born in this season here, and he's won the league for them.
Sure. I think, best 2-3 months ago, na me cast him. Media, to be honest, says kind me would think. Na me coach sir. Frimpong Manso will not be one of my options. I mean, he will not be one of my options. But in the last 2 seasons, he's one of the coaches who are making some level of impact in the league. And the numbers will support him. Sure. But for Akwawo Premier League, he was handling them. And first round, at a point, na bofo ewo first phone. But confusion is here. Frimpong Manso free one. Bofo could not come back. And did one day. They call relegation. Now, the difference between Frimpong Manso and Ouattara and say time na Gold Stars appointed Frimpong Manso. Na I think we've near we first round no crash started some games. And na omo a lot of matches. So the rescue mission, he did it perfectly. We last season, no the Gold Stars are better somewhere around 11th position with 47 points. And no do came. Ouattara at the end, I think after the first 3 or 4 games, move baby na or cars if Gonisha yes or more pimpam coaches no training grounds now. So he took over early. Oh, when him kakrache Frimpong Manso. Then he comes into the new season. I think say one thing I was already be crediting. Say, obefa team no last season a rescue woman performance omu display it medical league ni no oman drop it. And throughout this season, even when Gold Stars obeka said they are playing badly, no, right? And yet performance ubetumi aka say what the total rescue mission no rescue mission ni de no e was chain. So he was able to build on it kakra. And he bought some bare first 10 games 15 games into the season, you know. Now first dynamics, no. Clearly na say Gold Stars omuyo munoma yombetimi age. Enti especially the away games. Na me Frimpong Manso approach. Obe respect the opponents, no. Not to open up entirely to play. But obe make sure say obenya more numbers at the back. So in most of the games ewo away, no. The no yen say cementimi ansha me my ensheme. And it's the reason why Gold Stars it me pick a lot of points ewo away this season. Enti aside everything, you have to credit Frimpong Manso say he's added something to the team. Under the previous manager, the late Michael Osei, at some point, Kanu, na materials ensure that Gold Stars problem. But as a playing as a team, no, and an issue. Even though I think say we should Gold Stars game no critically, I won't say they can do better technically, tactically. But I can say the Frimpong Manso the bar on board, no, it was an upgrade. If you want to compare that one to the days of Michael Osei. And I could see there was this, level of desire to win. And it's so high. And now Ubisa earlier say, right. Aside all the factors, says can do aside, no. I think the desire at some point to win it, no. It was there. But we have everything. Sika, you're one of the teams in the league. Say 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, players aketu ankoye. In fact, some players krempono, so ye kotoko anasa ye has. Na obefa player free Gold Stars, na se Gold Stars epi player na. Kanu, you have to do a lot. And yes, unya player no. Because in terms of Sikasemni adieno, they are stable. Because omo activities no 100% financed by the mining company. So what you say, and they've not shown any sign say omabomabu and now they are losing interest and now say yeah cut it down or budget because team no a burden for the company and all of that, unlike the case of Asgoda in the end baby so and they I think they saw that no, we have everything to be able to be there as champions. And you know, in my view, from Paul Manson at the unity be by among the players. On say if you watch them play, say they look more like a team compared to early part of last season. They had players then, but at some point they were not playing as a team. And football to say that they be a Kanu. You can never rely on individual players to be able to succeed. Yes, we be exceptional players, but Messi, but even Messi and Ronaldo, in a typical football game, aside all the magics they can do on the pitch, they still need team members, no, to support them to be able to achieve. 2014, near citing Messi as me, here Rodrigo Palacio ne Higuemukoya World Cup nebo Argentina. So whatever happens in a football game, you need some level of understanding among your 11 players on the field. So as you say, the desire to support each other and to play as a team. Say Koba say individual play need those one. It creates a lot of problems for the team. You know, I think that is what Frimpong Manson came with. So as you say, I did say person a comparative analysis. So I'm not saying say a be exceptional, but if you want to compare to the no before he took over now, clearly you can see say he did something.
All right.
And, he has to take a bigger part of the credit.
So Gold Stars are added to the fairy tale stories I have this season, with Bologna winning a trophy for the first time in 50 plus years, right? Yeah.
Not less than 50.
Newcastle winning a trophy for the first time in 70 something years. 70 years, right? And then Paris Saint-Germain Omoje Champions League for the first time in the history of the club. A lot of
this season for the first time.
Go ahead,
Eagles.
Yes, and so the trophy.
Pyramids crowns with the Champions League, Cup Champions League for the first time.
And then Zenya Gold Stars. And I'm a Kotoko, say FA Cup. But I was a Kotoko, we need the FA Cup for the first time. Oh, Legon Stadium Hall. But Golden Cake for the first time on my FA Cup for some because we have I feel now and yet my favorites.
And I'm more to it no. Teams are Scandi. Omutimi Kutabo no a possessing ye no Kotoko struggle against them. Before Vision yesterday, it was Mediama. And Obiano was stadium who be a budget to me say Mediama game was a big test for Kotoko. Especially under Urakarim Zito. Edu baby no matia gina tipenku. So Mubarak ene Nuruddin Abdullah omina na bomb Mediama central defense war. And they play with confidence. As if enya baba yara anakotoko kra no muni omobo. So and Golden Cakes phone, that is how they are going to play. Save vision for now more. And they will put the ball on the turf. They will possess. So and in terms of complacency, Nisa will be under it, will be there. It should be out of their books.
Give from true democracy game. Almost a team, almost possess a ball, Nikotoko boy, outside the stadium. Almost ball game, no pa. And even when they lost, they felt they were cheated. The moment, I'm not the moment they even feel that nice like a referee. Echo to their favor, and the corner last minute got to Kobeti or Malcolm with that kind of late goal. No, I'm not sure Kotoko in their minds can be complacent, especially when it is the only route to Africa for them now.
And sana lubinasha no manabo. And some pain no.
Amuzu bitters.
What's it?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters. Twaso.
Right. And the results for the final match day, our fee season, Seneca Ecosia, Aduana Stars ɛhyɛ Basake Holy Stars 3-1. Bechem United ɛhyɛ Young Apostles ɛka baako ɔmo ntumi ante. Gold Stars Champions ɛhyɛ 4 Accra Lions and TB. Dreams ɛhyɛ Legon Cities 4 ɔmo timu baako. Hearts of Oak ɛhyɛ Samatex 1-0 ɛnra ɛwɔ Accra Sports Stadium. Ɛna afei Midiema ɔmo tifie Brekum Chelsea ekutwa ɔmo 2-1. Nations etifie ma Heart of Lions kutwa ɔmo 2-0. Ɛna Vision etwa Asante Kotoko ɛka mmiɛnsa Kotoko timu baako. Nva Kotoko kura ne share first goal nanso ɛba na wie no na kyerɛ kwakoya rehosem. Karela ne Nsuateman as usual 3 points 3 goals for Karela United Football Club. Yentie Frimpong Manso or a league champion for the first time.
Very good news, and we're here for the first time. Our Gold Stars winning a league cup. It means a lot. BB, I think the first had so for me, I think they are very happy with the win. Yeah, and then the cup also because. If you look at Bebiani and this environs, this is the first time we are going to see a league cup. And so for me, I feel very proud to be part of the team. And also, I'm also very happy for Bebiani because they've also done a lot of work all along. Everywhere we go, we see them. They go with us, and then at home they play as the 12th player. So for me, I think. I am very, very happy for the DNA. We've done with the league, so now it's also a higher level, so we need to also beef up the squad, and then we'll move on.
All right. From Paul Manso Mayanga, head coach Mabibiani Gold Stars, and Rakotokoje 3-1, World Tuba. No, we're Tema New Town, near J. Kreku, the second sports complex, Tema New Town, Karim Zito.
BCFC played good and they deserve to win. But the positive side of this game is a wake-up call to the finals I'm going to play. Because I saw it coming before Midema game. So I'm not too much worried. Because at the end of the day, my winning will not give me maturity. It will have placed me in a better position. So to me, as I said, it's a wake-up call to the finals. And I'm happy to see it now. Because it will also help me to rearrange my boys well for the finals. I told them I'm going to use this game and then make myself ready for the finals. So I'm very happy. Has it been positive? We may even have a more tougher moment. But now they've seen it, I've seen it. And I think we'll quail back and come for the finals.
Okay. Tiano Karim Zito. Yes. Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies. Obaha ebeti to ama baba Jensen training papa. Brabe tro din waduma mu haye. Ujima travel and consult for say odube tu kwan. And na hu hia passports. We hia birth cert. Oba so mo give visa man adi tu kwan man bi say Germany, Netherlands, France, Spain. Na fe UK, USA, Canada, Australia, Croatia, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Poland. Chese oman ben na peso koso. Ujima for say frɛ omo. 0553 944 608 0553 944 608. Diamond Scientific Herbal and Research Clinic for the day Donek Herbal Mixture Bar. Donek eye dupa. Donek umfa so chen otwuni. Tobinom what you say? Tobinom o ko herbal show bia mu a obo Otec FM akra abusu say champana ewa ho. Oba say abenye bi. Dodo bi apebia abenye bi ato ha. Erectile dysfunction. E Donek Herbal Mixture. C'est même yé papa nti make sure say obenya Donek ni bi ato na bibia e kama. Olus Kitchen si brabedie aduane pa maswanse SD asori dan nchen heye sila heye what you say plain rice jollof bankuni tilapia catfish de opebia obenya bia di aduane nso koyi pa musa ye delivery what you say omo tilapia bia omatoto ne se catfish no at the rough ene toba akon no anhwe ya betomienu tomienu so no anhwe ya na eza wo komienza enti ya na akope biare wo ho ekoyi pa Olus Kitchen ze friend no nye delivery ma obibia 0244 701 675 0244 701 675 Nyanchia Iron Man ewo Olus Kitchen. Polovia Ventures a home of quality sportswear. Ntade a wobɛhyɛ de abɔbɔ ne wo pants ne deɛ ne nyinaa no akoto bi wɔ hɔ. Na woyɛ football club anaasɛ sorry team, school team na mo pɛ jersey ɛfa na no mo a mo ba otumfoɔ park ɛwɔ de kyɛm so asɛyi no mo a mo hu sampa. Jerseys ne yɛde ma third and fourth place teams no na heavy pa mpo Otec FM for jersey na ɛhyɛ ya na ɛfɛ pa. Ni nyinaa free Polovia Ventures so what you say. Jerseys yɛ quality ɛkɔ yie pa anti kɔpɛ bi tɔ hɔ. Opec team bɛn jersey na atɔ. Season a abawie yi. Jersey foforo bɛba nyinaa no wobɛtɔ bi a ɛyɛ Polovia Ventures. We are Real Madrid ni Liverpool, Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Barcelona, Inter, Bayern, team bɛn AC Milan ni nyinaa wokɔtɔ bi. Paris Saint-Germain mu nyinaa deɛ wɔn tɔn bi wɔ hɔ. Polovia Ventures ɛwɔ Asamoah Guest House film hɔ a ɛwɔ KO opposite Foco Bookshop. And now the 0548 508186. Opec trophies, medals. Maybe be out about sports there. We are referee. Kona kodi dwa wo san se munyema no papa ni nyina ho na benya bi footballs. Footballer bia so pe boot ato a Polovia Ventures. Polovia Ventures. Clear Park Natural Mineral Water eyen super yanwa numbi ekoye papa. Ejale na pitch papa se wo na mo pese bo FA Cup final no so na. Mo de call there wo pass so a entumi emfa so ye. Ehu Accra Sports Stadium no was a pitch in that so far. Kaya kakra. Chain Legon there no. Clear Park super ye won a jag and you did dispenser, you did dispenser so until offices are hodo. Is a bank for no amanfo didi omo pa. There seems wouldn't na show do nan su komo de wa Bura Bank. We yi cap and one numbia what transfer security man ba also over transaction bi na we twon bi. Wo sọrọ na kwa ontumi nya wo hwe unua hwe amanfo ra bank num nsuo da we ya bi dispenser de no so bi no what you say obegina no abubi aguma nom na okọ ne ba bi kura na open bottle and ne sachet so a ne nyina e bi available Clear Park nsuo ne kama event bi as ze Clear Park na manfo serve ase birthday parties manfo ye engagement wedding chese Bibia Clear Park Tiana Watubiano na Buau. Na the Marvel's event for C and Koso Ankam say, oh yeah wedding, oh yeah a ye and a birthday party na person me decoration mawa or my juma enono me boho decoration kama the Marvel's event or more ewo Anumanyi station post office wa hona drab hu the Marvel's event or more planning or more coordinating or more decorate or maybe BAB from 0245 62 8485 0245 62 8485 Eja do bites bites papa wonu mu ato na wontumi nidi a eja do bites sisi yare a eja do bites koko na di wudi asie sexual weakness low libido a man white ayam no nyina eja do bites eboa mo what you say helps na wo ni bon wadwuma kama ensapa enyensa o giama wonu mu akwa blow fuse ni adia eja do bites natural herbs na ne dia hye herbs no de ewumpa drinking sports distribution centers and afi supermarkets ne malls ewo kuma se nyina eja do bites etuntum bi wo ho enti wo bora sport bia na pese wo twa bia wo so pe eja do bites na asdan bi kwama Dr. Amuzu yes ono eno de Amuzu garlic bitters no aba dupa ekoye papa o pressure no beba form cholesterol no started tamna honam ni hia ni nyina be kre ni nyina free system ni mu enya de so onane won sa be titriti biem wo be dan wada na ho what you say infections no o muntumi san say immune system be peja na fight wo mo improve vision ebo ma sugar level so ba form wakuma ebo periperi ni nyina bowra heba show biem so pe Amuzu garlic bitters eho anase no ene edura beboa na bibia aye kama. It's my kitchen restaurant ewo Kumasi Babayara Stadium traffic light wa also pe Ghana nnuane amanfo aman so de na fe China fo nnuane nyina de oba wenye biedi wɔn yɛ promo every Monday na sɛ nnɛ catfish no tɔ a aduane yɛ free nti wobɛtua catfish ka na wanya banku abɔ so anaa fried rice jollof rice deɛ wopɛ biara ɔmo abɛbusa sɛ aduane bɛn ne yɛmfa nkyɛw na waka deɛ wopɛ. Pizza Wednesday bi ato pizza baako a wonya mmienu ɛna banku ne tilapia Thursday wotɔ banku ne tilapia plate baako a wonya mmienu ne yɛyɛ wada biara wɔte aseɛ yɛyɛ delivery Kumasi abɛbɛ biara local cocktails ne nyinaa bɛnya bia nom wobɛnya smoothies wobɛnya pastries from cake ne meat pie ne ho kronba na hot dog so ate aseɛ ne nyinaa bi wɔ hɔ. Your floor for all occasions are renting to but event be now here space no aba it's my kitchen na bibia I kama Baba Yara Stadium traffic light wa you delivering to 0265 707070 0265 707070 Hepa Plus Pavi and a Plasmos yes the fearsome three Nria Dr. Ben Dibayi de wan fa mank wa hayo wa ha obibia se we clear yare bia free wa kwam ni ade nti ene yese num Hepa Plus Pavi and a Plasmos na enkoye wo general well being ho adwuma unam na nya hoden a ono obeko ne kun wajazie unam na enya na hoden a obeko ne kun enya afi na akwa ko punu aduro nya afi na akwa akotete bibi ni ade bia yi num Hepa Plus Pavi and Plasmo sanze eno an ya hye duro ya ma ekoyie ti Herbal Shop any pharmacy bia ma bi wo ho Dr. Iben number ye 0542 778572 0542 778572 Yako GKB Construction and Logistics Santasia Pre ho na udru a adansi hu ne ma no benya ni nyina bi ato so atiase nyaade say ye kwa akoto to enua say de kwa akoye concrete floor slabs beam atwam braniema form works ni bi na afiriba no roofing so de a roofing sheets papa long span self lock IBR na GKB for a free estimate enti ubeji kan akoho no omoni wakwa akohwe fie no my estimate na ma opani you ka say o boss wa be hia we say ntu bo be say eno mo nyo kapre obi so won ma obeji usika omde omo ye estimate ni free no aba beto roofing sheet no ho na se bibia e kama ye tonton fully furnished houses en fia yesiem na afia ye ode yesie dru ba bia wa beto no wato aso nsase amanso ni ho na opa no aba beto bi we ho wo japade bi na pese toma wo so a fabra ya so ya na se be ka kire e bia na efie untumi mfa ma ho nti be ka kire and now the 0246 248 275 abapamo ehɔ na bedi dwa fili de wo hia bia akɔ abenya bia to hɔ abapamo otafo 3 miles sakasaka park anim hɔ a bia bi wɔ hɔ range of products no free appliances ni nyina kitchen de ne living room de nyina washing machine na opa abenya bia to hɔ mobile phone po yetuntum bi eba ne furniture so a dining set wompa na afi so wo TV stand ne ho aka nyina no benya bi wɔ hɔ obetumi so adidwa bi te se provisions na wohia ana nnuane kyese bibia ntade mpaboa eche perfumes bibia bi wo ho abapamo ehodwa de so convenient wasi je ohia bia akra betumi afre omo abe deliver ma 059 3386133 Vema Plus Limited na medi chatwo Vema Plus yes enu 4 Prostavite capsules Junso mu ha bia beko Prostavite capsules Junso mu ha bia ebeko ena afi so yewo X drive capsules eyo mema semye we bema ena ma we bema yi so ati ase aha untumi nye mema sem unya X drive na esiesi mema sem Lito capsules eye wonum nka no ho adwuma obi a wo bad breath no apebia no na aboa sanso na afi so dinats eno eye dupa so atiase emaduro aisese ma bibia so atiase we oba fitikomu ha oni nyina esese ne kama enti kopebito heba show bi mu na Vema Plus 0244 370 702 0244 370 702
And sana nubinasha no manabo. And some pain no.
Amuzu bitters.
What's it?
Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters. Poisson.
102.9 Otec Sports.
All right, enti ye bewie ready for say we dey abogo stars abaso aka dey was say come na bi na bi aka chire ye nyen wrap up na ye sorry nkwe
unse media ashase
tiring day dada
ashase na me ka se me wo concern bi na no mpo enye limited to go stars limited to any team be or beji league na ontimi more matches ewo community na awomnum na ha bi unse bi nim kra geni promotion to the Premier League, but they end up not playing at where they are supposed to play. For example, Senkago Stars Aji League in Utmia Bo Champions League or baby. You see how the environment will be. So you move them to Kumasi and it becomes okay. Kumasi crowd they say baby any bent, but in the case of Samatex, free a boy a bar. Accra. Nsuatreman, the same team from Nsuatre to Accra. And the ones on Bebo now are virtually empty. And these are clubs are no money any experience also in Africa. So in my other teams need to be too far almost near the part of it. And I'm moment me and push uncle many to say the any no. Inti minim if something can be done there. So once I chassis no. Na regulations ne flexible kakra prelims no so me kai say bia na say omutumi ball some games Nana Jimambedu Park intino if something can be done, especially knowing very well that this is a mining company, they may have the resources to do some magic beer or meet me a facility facelift beyond nankalis or my ball prelims ni honum medianka. I think say very nice. Very nice.
Very important. And when say the Wapotama Nafino, when she said what the boom. And imagine that football value chain. Premier League, Sebi Premier League in Impono. I'm sure it connects very well with the community in terms of sales in Pebiye. And with Champions League coming, massive. But you see, some of the clubs, I'm not sure they saw it coming. Going into the season, person a better finish and possibly league in a better monaswa on Beji. Sakasanani account. You bury on the league in a bar. Along the season, no can be suffering from so because would there be winning the league is not the target, but we will do well. The league in a better one club clearly who say or more prepare for Sadiano. I think it became United. But here the face left on the mass stadium no. Any said you must share even the stands in the plastic chairs on my year and as I seats on my year. Make I 2 seasons ago and I'm a 2 I need to in come no catch him say Omutimura I catch you almost say whatever it will take them to play at home grammar so if Omunya Kwan Africa he will do it. And the Anyam wants some extend the center line no e buy na fi omo hihye nkonyo. I think that is the stand on no okra stand no e no mo de ato okra no ahihye seats bibia kama ho till the next time abia bechem benya either FA Cup and a league na kura bia no I'm sure say prelims no mo bit many opportunity abo and bi kura na prelims no yo mo de no mu so mbe qualify ura the major you face no mu like some touch on facility to make sure some the ball. Look at the mileage at the community nankas. I say ABA pyramids or mere champions of Africa. I could group B or more Bagana. Drew Accra FA playing by Kumasia. The next top over more they say the Omoko baby any. The community itself will be sold out there in Egypt even before they come here. Say yeah, could be a funny baby any. At least some Google about Colombia who said there is a mine, there is this, there is that, and all that. And we are sure says last America. Maybe you have to do extensive analysis on it. Some of those corporate bodies and individual investment and I must start getting involved in clubs, and on budget for the radio there, but can Facha memo Monique Star, that hotel now.
Go Stars, yeah.
I'm sure say me can but me them call hotels and the many so the end heavy and international clubs and John Aqua Honor Koda. Say, oh, you're interested, and the BBS a Go Stars a touch or grounds or Obo Mamo Maya, whichever club or Bakumo for Champions League, you stand to benefit. Was on the night of a pass you Krumono, a likely so do Kruma per standard said about Africa and your bar hotel maybe or best selected. So some of those corporate settings and only bodies or more communities name where football for no. Send you people there try and align yourself with the club. Get a very good relationship with club no Krumono to make sure say at least some of these things one day you can also benefit from it. Maybe say pitch panels be and I say even taking care of the grass and what you say by insure division do say with my club na you do that and get the goodwill. One day though you know bet you hotel ama awaiting and it's a first na refugees and all those things over here but once you get a club now then the boss our correspondence in the coso and one of those things that you should get the clubs as a community link very well
okay,
congratulations to Go Stars once again.
All right. And then congratulations to Kwesi Do as well.
Sure.
Man,
sure.
I blame. I remember one time he, like, I can say, they'll be targeting the league. I remember from the North, can say, but I'm targeting the league later. And eventually, sure, say one day, trophy in Beba down. And here we are.
For me, about too quick. About too quick. And me sure, I said, I'm a say. They were inspired by Samatex at the end of the year. Say Samatex are better and I'm better league.
And as you started and the way you call no, this is a quite better. And I think we see do as a person so says Candy. Okay, you say this is the said I don't call home, but almost every time I could be we encounter now. I say he didn't give up.
I believe no.
Yes, he didn't give up even when Karela won our dance park because she and anything he said the same to say football it me see a part of it. We have to just reorganize ourselves. Kotokokra ko ho mu board draw no kra say still won't give you up. Won't give you up on the league. He will fight till the end. And I think our fighting spirit in him it be echo down to the technical team and the playing body as well as the supporters because me after Karela game supporters ni your more commentaries ni was like Upeli Gajipa now Makarela Beshodia and all of them gave up but the CEO kept saying he said I'm not giving up until the last game and I think it's paid off.
Who is that Frimpong Man's na do Mbeko Africa no?
I'm sure.
Ono ane di Mbeko.
Where do you
know?
Sure. I think it's very unfair to
anyway, be another time no. And well.
Pochettino akwaje Europa akwa Champions League. I want so.
But say
no, but say o pese o hwe say Go Stars upgrade o team no because this is the Champions League. And a standard now you who say Pyramids ne Sundowns no demonstrate I know a demon even the playing body. Any if you want to look at a complete upgrade there, you may want to touch the technical
you look
department.
But from Ejumano in the last season and this season, HM said, well, you see a very short space of time. Eddie who plays in very short space of time from baby over.
You see one thing about the team when say, I'm not sure this is the best Go Stars team in history. Even in the Premier League,
in terms of quality,
individual quality, when you're the best Go Stars team, what I say, we're a team where a lot of the guys currently experience with Premier League level. A lot of them, new guys, baby, we all more born, so then you didn't be near there. So we decided say on base and on rely on names. What I say, so at a point, McCarthy no injured, no out of the team, Banahene out of the team through injury. The captain Abdul Haq onyebi more. I think I Bob Akone and Foul, but Tranchena and Ababo. What has the players free move? Big players free move. Emma, I been
one player will improve the Roland Frimpong.
Roland Frimpong on your regular or Bob when who's our next match over Mark and Cranny Bob.
But I would say Foster J.
Our bench.
Yeah. Foster J now dynamic actually say has full open. Who's on no crano. The Karela game he didn't start or started from the bench. But Obemuno, the way Obe Bono against Kotoko, he started. Against Accra Lions, he started. Even Kotoko game run the man of the match. I am told then Ranso Osaji man of the match.
It's the last season. Didn't you say no ball?
Yeah,
this season.
New name. I mean, a player virtually unknown in the local scene. But energy war ho boni ye coach are sending crying or ball. And I'm really point. So Obianu obey me a from Pom man to free Gold Stars achievement. He's done a very good job.
I said he's
Omu players no. Omu players now tito baby na bobo bench o. I think that bench Obo be alright there, but a lot of the games not bench.
I think that the medium G League you know
team influencer
because say
or say Ubeso G League assign
because I think I see Ebra medium man in a party ways no me say I was against it. Before the African campaign, no many parties. One time I met my father. I told him I said there were other.
Dr. Mensa no become cancer. We don't any
Hey, Tima Muton, not just Muton. Some of their best players.
Yeah,
Amofa to leave, Adraman to leave.
Prince Owusu
Kwabena to leave. A huge losses. Then to regroup in just one
season. And only one
win the league.
One dangerous you crowd coach na any say. Banahine versus Stephen Owusu Banahine. And I didn't day. Well best.
Left footed.
Formerly of Ashanti Good. Banahine. Oni Makati. I don't know move our midfield do no.
Sure.
But Omunyana long term injuries Banahine ye call Karela no Bebobi. I think from bench.
From bench
of Bobby.
Play no who's rusty.
But a McCarthy long-term injury or same thing.
McCarthy.
And when to me, I rely on that midfield. No, so or pen new guys.
Yeah.
No names who.
McCarthy, Free Munana, Charles Jemfi Kamara, Ebeshimuno.
Kamara, they were Kamara no ball right wing as a left footer, operating more from the right wing. But make the central midfield one. Or the key guys no war more. Key guys are more both for Gold Stars in the last 2-3 seasons. When you're this season in full flight.
Yeah.
But some way somehow, what you mean?
Yes, and if you check Owusu Banahine and Apia McCarthy, the two of them no crano. Defensively, you may not pick them.
Some on Bobo is a Vitina. Vitina would Vitina and yeah. But Obeka Ghana.
Oh, Benkaze,
I'm a bit now league, you know.
Vitina owned Obeka Sabon Abina Makati Mubo, Munja, Banahino Munja, but won't be Diomoa.
Yeah,
dangerous. To me, locate one pass being not as assassin.
Sentinel make us we have from me one thing I'll give him credit. Pies away matches no. So he was very none team defended very well in their away matches. Do the old check here away Gold Stars pick points this season. Aside all the things we say about Ghana football, but if you check away matches, no. Now head the way are now Gold Stars set up now. On some few games are we no. Who say the plan is to make sure say main sha yen sheme. And he defended very well. One of the games, I think against Bichim United, he said the same thing. So that was the idea. Say, Anya Kran. Say, me said, yeah, they should not beat me. So, from Paul Man, so congratulations to him. So he's done well. I think say change be a na olidi team Nuko Africa is a good platform for him to make a statement for himself. So what you say? In the last 2 jobs, he's done well. Bofo as at the time I know na Bofu the year in the league. And now free ho or transiting from Bofu to Go Stars no results no. Last season they were better and they could stay in the league because from Paul Manson by. And now the following season Wabeji League no. So he's done well. So what I say before the job at Bofu and this Go Stars job no. Now I say ne brand as a coach in Ghana football no not issues kakraba home because one time when you had the chance to coach Kotoko for a very short period.
Yeah.
And also why do be a problem ni free back. And it became a whole big thing about him. But in the last 2 years there, Wameki, I mean, that huge statement in the game, I mean, it is only fair for him to get the opportunity to be there. But I feel no magic in the coming days, me assure they have about I think 2 months to play maybe our first game in the Champions League. Inti emuwa but emwe team sure say after coronation, you know, you be how they want to shape up. But
all right,
the question is, from Paul Manson, you should go for a certain class. Can Go Stars afford it? Yes, because it is a mining company. They can afford. They may afford it. Let me put it that way.
They can. By the decision to trigger him, and
Uh-huh.
that may be
But
second part they only to me or more the capacity. Yeah. But with regards to a year now, Mr. Kwame Usudon Koeka say Go Stars mining company now unfair to them. I say for how many years has mining been going on in BBNE, and the mining company has not even thought of providing a decent standard 10K seater stadium. It's unfair. Yeah, as a omuni at least a decent stadium bia ometumaka say a true stage bi say in Africa bay. Okay, be to so boasi dia nya afi no be venue bia ho. Straight away put some touches in the
but maybe
the same message and I'm responding and make a chance. Say me offer no. Oh yeah, we say me offer no.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm
offer by blood.
Debbie. And I make a chance say me assure say they stay too long at Division 1. And into be a club near the corner walk on which Division 1 and Sanya for Division 1 the company may not buy it, and this is their 3rd season in the Premier League, so we can only be fair to the company and say ABF no more who say the football will not just be a social responsibility for them as a company, but they must go into the business aspect. And from the almost stadium no almost pitch and so on almost park and one, I'm sure that some years a decent between 5,000 10,000 seat Biana. I think the expansion will not be a problem.
So if you look at the community population classes, can the 10,000 cry be a best kakra maomo. So something between 5,000 8,000 to say the whole Kanu. I mean, I was there. Mo compensating kofu bikura na mu dwu mu fie na mo bie stance ni mukra. It can be done.
Yes.
All right.
So we pool na wo this abaya bas na fa room na e hope na e closer to main road no. The other road na last can wo dem fast. There was center line e no space dawo. And now the other side the other pool no so e school na wo.
There was na
school and community can relocate to school. So mining company
they can do it. And I say whole community room to me relocate to or see new buildings.
All right, young Yenya birthdays gakra. But what is our story? I see Kenya so we were deep a bet was a lotto was a bet to we did 30 million shilling.
Sir?
Yeah, no, they are cutting night club 2. B night club 2.
So for
go asore there could go asore there could be a night club 2. Was it Kenya? I see why very popular in Nairobi.
But anyway, Christopher Widia so be go sorry they are cutting night club there. You're supporting. But any personal decision we take here.
I know you're here.
Or the Kenya.
Kurumhanum ya gu factories there ya sorry. Ya to buy companies bi ama nipa mo de ya sorry kurum. Ya ma nipa no ko bompa e ko pa adwuma. Ya to factory. E dey am obi ama there ya sorry. Na nipa akọ bompa e o pa adwuma.
Yeah, semu. Anyway, yen shebe birthday sakra. Another birthday of I'm sure can this way the moon the money to be because if you mame I'm a do I'm Angie with the wife.
Oh, okay.
Now we blood sisters. We are twin sisters. We are Mary Ajenim Boateng or UK.
Mary Ajenim Boateng.
Yes. And
truly Ghanaian.
We are Martha Ofori Boateng. Or no yejuma or Mob Mat. Mob Mat restaurant working in university.
Okay.
On war. Until we are twin sisters. And the blood sisters and your mom. So what you say? Auntie Mary and Martha and then on birthday. Was say from the entire family, from the entire ODK family, you know. Or more sure, more very special. ODK, fantastic. More sure, more very special. Happy birthday.
Nice one.
Sure. Saransuna, another birthday of Reverend Dr. Jeremiah John Asari, CEO of Jerinas Herbal Center. And to Dr. Jerina Munye, Jerinas, or heavy pa. Dr. Jeremiah John Asari. Yes, Brano Panas, Ajenim Boate, Sanim Rane Onyan Sapono, so I say yes, or heavy pa. And T, Doc, Namisha Pa, my very special happy birthday. Happy birthday to my Felicity, our year Jadini or Santa say. Na Raikon, our student of Otec school, and I will say, young wishing a happy birthday, man. T, my Felicity. Nyamishira pa. Na we will say happy birthday to Nana Yadepa, Esina Apia, and Felicia Osei. We from parents Daniel Richmond Apia and Felicia Osei and Abba. Somehow happy birthday. Mom happy birthday, yes. There's a Nana Yadepa and Felicia Osei. Nyamishira pa. All right, Scandi. Amzamu Kabi and I. One course in Amzamu Kabi.
You can see Chamuaku. No,
are you? Canadian years are nice.
Canadian years as
Chamuaku. The ones that yes went to me and train.
Oh, Cramo home pentum.
Cramo Nimre.
Cramo and number of you are correct. The boys in the vicinage.
Okay, you're going. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kanu,
okay, it's you.
Mr. Kanu, no, assembly kama dimsina omo asante region. I am on double Premier League. No, do with him.
It's you, Pamnia.
And then no, the as no more but quite. Yeah, now, a muko irrigation, no. Almost a quarter of away. By you, not a muko irrigation. Yeah, make a place a core irrigation. A muko to coffee Africa. I saw the Shekotoko league in the following week. By you, no muko irrigation. Who is a relationship with Oklahoma? I was Ghana League.
Yeah.
A 6 points, and Omunyayo. Format is for the home match 17. Home match 17, down 51. Only got 3 points on Yana win the corner 54. And the next is number 13 points score away. I combined 4 points. And I don't want to manage it. On the don't mama scenario, you say yeah now. If we have a correlation or say Kotoko away, and for correlation, but and Kotoko moment share. If your nation is home away, and the nation great man in Legana can control from 40%. Or make us a Kotoko Nama nation yard. I'm not saying a bully, you know. And the nation score relegation, and the Kotoko Shen home away. No matter the size now they are putting the petrol say as a Kotoko M% about the Kanu or central with there. But I was about almost a Kotoko Pau because who could square with Madrid. How many times I would have Madrid? I said, Real Madrid home and away.
And yeah, one more dinner today.
enti ade na kotokomo bi so wo de a na se granfo no e di atoma fo trim
Centrani Bain.
The person of Bobby Adi.
Bobby.
Support baby. Memesi support baby. Last year, Osei Akoto to better corrugation. The fellow put him at Anteba, Mabamo. Osei Akoto last year, Kotokonama to better corrugation. Meanwhile, let the better Asakotoko, and the Anomokobo draw of watching. And the Kotokonia, and the Minas about draw. The best as other na Kotokonese Minas about Donama Minas Kotokonese Minas. And the other amumus that just almost on cancer was just for me. In the case possible. Almost 20 Kotokotim in the black and a movie amus in the Pamela Park. Next is Kotoko, and the other one manually. I'm not making it manually.
Okay,
and then out of Lions are myself. Lions are myself.
Mate, moving Kabi. Hello?
Hello, boss player.
Yes, sir, Chairman. But joining.
And you say this area.
You too.
No, take for the keep on the marathon. Oh, yeah, papa. Hey, take it from people. Most player, you remember you na politics is still
court. What to say?
Court you postpone
until as you near that year and 2 months no.
Then we imagine more will be the time. There's no more intention. You see where you enter to that party. I'm trying to let it be a practice.
Okay, have it. I see. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir, boss.
What about there?
Yamia do more now, swear. Good.
The firm at Jingo.
A jingo, you too.
I believe we ask ready and one profile because we get more papa. A match many boy Lucy against nations enjoy a boy against Kalala. And I think the share that point to gain that point to bank at this year. Oh, in the next year, no, it's so much more making more. Now, first kind of friends, no party there. Because meetings of also whom the lead. Me or party then or party, no party then. First call and offend, and some of them in Jazzy. Bye bye.
All right, Mate. Hello?
Hello, Kanu.
Yes, sir.
Who are you, Chili?
You, Yamiche. Yamiche,
I really understand him perfectly. Centrophobia, Kuruma. As for what can I know? One is to avoid the devil. God will be in the Atlantic region, said the Oboko relegation. They are near the Mukoto and the Epamu. And so, what about we say? So, yes, now, just said, oh, but this season, what was your woman away? What say?
What's up?
Last season, Sobakaya coming, make out Kakra. A brand new HC, let them Lusu Bell, says every match is Nika home, Sokaya. Naka created me a Koto against one can nations first have a car, and then Chile, and the Buja Kuru Masi. Courtesy of one prayer now, Shaka no ball, and you know, every year. That darling had the deal of 2 years, one go pay. And you woods in that 18 years. Na crowd say na say you should move you say the baby car na me amono go education but ko ko nyasa go education na mo kwara mo ba ha mo kisim pe ko e di you dream sa e nyama de ntie jam aso ye ni aso work no that's the point you want to establish so mo ba ha mo nyai na go next week woman na way this season then na 3 points ko was how much the mo boy ya e bi Africa ko ya ka za fu ya kan champions. And that's why I saw when you tell me I'm going to get it. You have a catcher come and say, I want to receive you and the other home go and get something and get yours at the memory of you. I mean, go to the Kanu. I don't like season some matters which you go me and the truth and near. The value some matters we know. I can't we know. You know the reason? Some matters for entire season one. Yeah, man, 3 points be after I went to keep ball. Okay, keep ball all the matches. Look at the 3 points now. You didn't go to Kenya. 3 points at the 10 without kicking the ball. No more away performance here. Or born who was now way. 3 points in the cup is shattered. I get the boy. But lose to shattered. And you need your money or my idea. I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, elebesi ani do bias nyame admo tena ne aba beto aso. Ye de muja council eja kun.